We just started the stream. We're doing the event today. For all my Honkai Star Rail girlies, we will be back to normal scheduling tomorrow. But I gotta get my events in. I finished all of the quests so I can be on top of the story, and I know that we miss things in events, so this is my first time being on an irrelevant event. Hi, YouTube. If I end up finishing the event before like stream time ends, then we'll just switch over to Honkai. But right now, we're just using up some resin. Hi, Hunty. Oh, I haven't even been checking. Oh my goodness, I'm so stupid. Crit damage. It doesn't have anything else that's good though. Crit damage is cool. The event is every bit of 3 to 4 streams worth. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll be doing the event tomorrow too, if we need to. I do have to end at 9 on the dot today though, because I have maps that I have to do with some of my Final Fantasy XIV friends. I've been putting off, Girly Pop Block has been really making me put off a lot of like non-work things, so trying to make time for other things too. After this event, Natlan is the next update. I still don't even know the patch cycle. Genshin will always be taking priority, but I do really like Honkai, so. Hi, Pommy. Defense percent. Hey, that's not bad. I don't really even know what I have right now. Can you compare in the window? You can't compare in this window, no. Oh well. I'm just getting stuff. Emily and Yelan will be coming out next week. Last week for Navia. Navia's current right now? I might want to get Emily. I think Emily's cute. Perfumer? I don't know. I just like pulling. I really don't care what I get, in all honesty. I just like getting cool, shiny things. If it's not Noelle, then I don't care. You know? I have seen her demo. Oh, actually, I haven't seen her demo, no. I don't really want to do... Lately, I haven't been really wanting to do reaction content. It's fine and all, but... I kind of, after the Girly Pop Block, I kind of want to be low-key for a little bit. I think we can step back and be a little bit low-key. And reaction stuff. I know that some of my girlies who are still here like reaction stuff. But I guess, I think maybe I can, well, I don't know. Let's just focus on the event today. I don't really want to do a reaction today. Okay. Emily with that butchered bob. Welcome to the chat, Leo. The death of the clip farm. Goblet HP. That one's kind of boo-boo. Okay. Let's go ahead and just spend the rest of the resin, right? Let me go get some butterflies real quick. And we'll just spend the rest of the resin. Might as well. Oh my goodness, your siege queen is so cute. Let me get Nahida. I was ooh, it's about to storm. I was listening to, I'm not about to get into it because I really am not an expert on it. The one thing I learned from this video essay was that I am not an expert and need like probably a decade's worth of knowledge and experience to even speak on it. But out of my INTP curiosity, I was listening to somebody basically talk about the history of the caste system of India. He was very knowledgeable. He had first-hand experience with it. But I mentioned all of that to say that I know that with Nahida, I've been trying my best to sort of pronounce her correctly just because I like to feel as if I'm worldly and cultural. And the way that he was like saying certain names and certain things, it helped me a little bit to understand like the sort of naming convention of Nahida. It's kind of like it flows a little bit differently. I can understand why some people will say Nahida, but after that video, I think the one thing that I was able to extrapolate was like the sort of flow of Nahida. It was a really fascinating video, and in a morbid kind of way, it really sort of puts into perspective a lot of just things that generally like people of color deal with. I like I said, I can't really speak on it. It's not my thing to speak on. But there were a lot of things that I personally feel as though I was able to be like, oh, I get that. I get that. I get that part there. You know, but it's a very advanced history. But India in general is not, it's like an ancient country. It's kind of like China in the sense that there's deep history there. If you get Emily, you could probably use her with Arlecchino, Nahida, Emily, and Bennett. The way that I have all those characters and like I'm only focused on Noelle. I had to think, I was like, do I have those characters other than Emily? And I do. Vaughn said, if you don't love me at my dilly-dallying era, you don't deserve me at my clip era. We are entering our dilly-dally era. We are. And I'm honestly very happy to see that the numbers are still pretty good. I'm not saying that the girls don't love me, but it is a little bit weird sometimes when you're a creator and you see your numbers go to like 300 for one thing and you're like, ooh, girl, I can't do this all the time, but I'm going to do it while I can. That's when my abandonment issues come out. Dilly-dally lifestyle, exactly. We're gonna be dilly-dallying in some spooky areas next week. We're still gonna keep Pokemon Mystery Dungeon though. I think Pokemon Mystery Dungeon will be our anchor, our sort of dilly-dally anchor. It'll keep us focused on Pokemon. And there's something else that I have been working on, looking into. I haven't even really told like my admins or my mods yet because I just don't even want to like jump the gun on it. But I think it's Pokemon related, but it'll be pretty creative. But first things first is I want to try some horror stuff out next week. Just because I just feel like it'll be refreshing. Spooky ooky kooky moment, yes. We are in our Yumta era, but Yumta is our dilly-dally era too. It's like a Venn diagram. And I love Venn diagrams. I love Venn diagrams. When you have the 1 and the 2 and the way that it intersects in the middle, I love Venn diagrams. I do have a horror game in mind. I also have some others that have been recommended. There's one game that I will definitely be playing next Tuesday as a start. You know, I want to see how it feels for me and for us. I just want to see how it feels. And then, like, if I'm, like, really inspired by the horror era, then we can start something a little bit, I guess, denser from the recommendations. But I want to keep it a surprise. Do you like cute and cozy little farming sims? There's a Sailor Moon-esque game called Fields of Hysteria coming out in 3 days. I think I've heard that name before. I'm gonna look that up after we play this out. I know some people don't like horror, but I'm gonna do my best to be brave and be the guiding light in it. Because I think I like horror as a genre, and I've been really like hungry for more horror, but like the movies, I feel like I've watched every movie there is. Fields of Mysteria. Oh, no, I don't actually know about that. I think I've seen the name in passing. It does look very Sailor Moon, though. That's cute. I don't think I want to get into a farming sim right now, though. I don't really do gore, no. I like horror as a theme. I don't like horror for the sensation. Well, the sensation can be fun, but I like the themes of horror, you know? That's what I really want to get into. I want to get into a good story. Like, we did do FNAF, and I know some people don't like FNAF, but I do appreciate that they use it as a concept and a theme. Like, it was campy. So that was fun for me, you know? There was a story, there was lore, there was, like, community and stuff around it. I don't really get into, like, the horror of, like, it's just, like, a one-off, like, asset flip that just has a bunch of scary stuff that jumps out at you. That's just not my cup of tea. I like a horror installation. Like, I like somebody who's trying to be like artsy about it, but not like too artsy. Like, I still want it to feel like horror. But there's some good ones out there. There's good ones out there that I think that we can have a good time with. To do FNAF movement on Discord. Oh god. I'm making an Ito Pokemon team so far. I have Heracross, Tauros, Aggron, and Machoke. That's actually a pretty good one, Undyne. Heracross is pretty good. I've heard about Poppy Playtime. There's been some ones that people have been mentioning over and over. I've been getting like DMs even on Instagram too. If you're one of the girlies who DM me on Instagram, shout out to you. I'm sorry that my replies on Instagram are kind of low. I'm pretty bad about it. But there's like The Quarry, Poppy Playtime, and Doki Doki Literature Club are 3 that have been really recommended. There's also one that I personally want to play called The Closing Shift, and that developer has also done a bunch of other ones that look really eerie and scary, but also really creative. And then the one that we're gonna do next Tuesday, I'm not gonna reveal yet because I've already decided I'm gonna do it. Now, I don't know how scary it's gonna be because I try to go into things spoiler-free, you know? The first 2 chapters are iffy, but the 3rd is very good. Chili is art, yeah, Chilla's. I call them Chillia, but Chilla, yeah. Chilla's art games. They all look really cool, but the thing is like, y'all know me, I love horror, right? So, here, let me explain how I consume horror. Like, there's this channel that I really love called Nightmind. They cover really fun web series as well as analog horror. And sometimes analog horror is kind of cheap, but like, Nightmind, they try to like weed out the good stuff, right? And they put me onto like a lot of really cool horror. But the thing with me is, if they recommend it, that's when I'll then go and watch it. And then I'll go and watch their video, right? So Chilla's art has like some stuff that looks really cool, but I haven't seen anybody play it because I keep seeing stuff come out and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play that. You know? Oh. Okay, this is my last one, okay. So that's kind of it. Doki Doki Literature Club, I don't really know much about it. I've seen people talk about it. I know that there's like a twist. But I might entertain it now that so many people have asked for it, you know? There's so many good horror games out there. I'm so happy for you starting your horror era again. The FNAF era was the first game that made you get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, I like it. You watched Nightmind's Welcome Home video? I really love Nightmind. Nightmind recently put me onto a really good web series. It's kind of like a slow burn. Some people had to watch in 2x speed, but it's like about caving, and it references an old creepypasta from back in like 2001. But they made it a really good web series, and they did like a lot of really good it was just done really well. For an independent team, it was done really, really well. Okay. Hi, Saffron. You just caught up on the GPL. I did a little bit of editing this morning on GPL, and then I got a little bit depressed, and I was like, well, that's the funny thing about doing content is like, this job now is so fun, but sometimes my brain is just like not feeling it, and it's so hard to edit videos when I feel like kind of sad, because like I have to make jokes and stuff, but I'm like, I don't feel jokey. So That's also another thing that kind of like bothered me is like when I don't feel productive, then I start feeling bad, and then it just becomes a cycle. But the fun thing is streaming, like, I'm already feeling really good, and like it kind of feels weird because I don't want people to feel as though like y'all have to like show up and make me feel better, but like it does put me in a better mood, and I feel better. I'm feeling better. Okay, so let's do a model challenge somewhere. Poppy playtime is PG, but it has some weird connotations behind development history.
I'll catch up.
In terms of like content, I will always like try to like do stuff. I'm pretty aware of like what I feel is like appropriate for our vibe here. Like we tried Disco Elysium, you know, and like I love Disco Elysium, but I just like when I did it, I was like, it doesn't really feel like our vibe, you know? And like with horror, I think I have a pretty good gauge of what we can do. I don't mind when things get like profane or vulgar. It's just like I avoid that language just because with our size, especially now, if I don't try to stay ahead of that, then it can like devolve into something else. And I'm not saying that people don't have the capacity to like control themselves, because obviously they do based off of what we've seen and how well our community is like ran. Can we beat these up? They're bothering me. But I don't really mind if the game gets a little bit weird. Especially if it's like horror. It comes with the territory, you know. I feel like most of the people who interact with me are adults. I don't really ask people's age just because it's appropriate, but
Someone needs assistance. I must leave no stone unturned.
for the people who are minors, even if y'all don't really care, I care, and I feel like y'all's auntie, so sorry. I don't really know where I want to do a model challenge. I'm not really feeling inspired by this zone. I've been really inspired by Sumeru lately. Let's go to Vimara Village. The summer event's good. I'm gonna love it. Hi, Vike! The story and gameplay is a little weak compared to her mother, Until Dawn. I think the reason why people are recommending the Quarry is because Until Dawn hasn't been ported to PC yet. Have you seen the Rolling Giant? Oh, the one in the mall? That's one of my favorites. That's one of my recent favorites. It is so... they do it very well. Like, the horror is done well. The horror is done in a fun way. You know, like, sometimes horror is used to, like, really explain dread. Like, Hereditary used horror to explain dread and drama. I feel like that Rolling Giant one was like... Sorry, I'm waiting till something like strikes me. I feel like the oh, this is a beautiful tableau here. Let's beat these guys up. The Rolling Giant was like... It still like was effective in storytelling, but it was like fun. It was like... It was scary, but it was fun. I think I'll pull, I'll pull at the end. I'll pull at the end. Stars in time. It's horror adjacent. I'll look it up after we do our little picture. So I want you all to have like the river in the background, okay? On the count of 3, I'll swing my sword, and then you guys give me a little bit of something, and I'll decide who does it the best. We burned all the grass. It's okay. I won't put that in the shot. 1, 2, 3. Wait, I'm sorry. Y'all know me. I always do this. I always do this. This time I caught myself before I tried, though, so shout out to that. I want to do the special camera. I want a little bit of like a vintage moment.
Leave it to me. All of it, whatever it is.
The effects. We have to do it again. I'll let the effects play out first. Okay, we have to get the shot now. 1, 2, 3. Honestly, Cake in the background is giving reading a book next to the river. I think Cake wins. Cake wins. I can tell that Ellie and Comet were trying to give acrobatics, but the cameraman, me, was just like not, I wasn't able to capture it. See, Cake did it again. I'm telling you, Cake won. I'm sorry. Cake wins. Thank you, models, for your participation. Unfortunately, everybody's eliminated, and I am the winner. Yes, I am getting the contract to be the next cover girl. Thank you so much. I demand a recount. Okay, let's figure out. Is this the event? Oh, yes, of course. After confirming, you will teleport to another area. Y'all, I want to get a snack real quick. Can you give me like 2 to 5 minutes? I'm gonna make like a little peanut butter sandwich. I'm like feeling hungry and shaky. I have to eat. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me just a second. Hey! I'm back. Oh my goodness, I feel so much better. Woo! I was getting... My blood sugar was getting low. Okay. I promise I'm not going to be crunching on the microphone. I just thought it would be funny. We're entering the summer world. We're entering the world of summer. Ooh, not the low frame rates.
Hey, wake up! Hey!
Music's still playing. What's going on, Paimon? Sorry, Paimon. When I fell asleep, I woke up and I was on a star rail in space. There was a girl who looked just like you, except she had pink hair and she was like not floating around in a stinky diaper. And she also was like really rude. Where are we?
You're finally awake. Paimon was worried sick.
What? Where are we?
No idea. Paimon just woke up and then we were here. Ugh, Paimon's head is all dizzy.
Are we on another
The scenery
planet?
here
Are we
looks
still on the star
different,
rail?
too. Oh, what should we do, Traveler? Please don't tell Paimon someone abducted us and brought us to some strange place that we could never leave.
Let's take a look around. If this is anything like anything before, we're probably in an event space where we'll get some primos after a couple of hours.
You're right. Better to think of this as the beginning of a new adventure. Whew. Thank goodness you're still here. If Paimon woke up alone, she probably would be trembling in a tree hollow.
The story begins in a forest without rain. Okay, poetry.
Let's follow this path for now. We might be able to meet someone and figure out what this place is all about.
This place seems like a visage of a story. I see picture book things as well as things that look like... I see everything, including things that look like paper and storybook pictures. What visage have I entered? Is this a new place that Mio would like me to expand? Let's find out. Say what you want about Portal, but look at the impact they have. Oh my goodness. You were saying Portal earlier, comment. I was like, what do you mean Portal? I had already forgotten about that blob. Hi, Portal. Hi. If you start acting weird, I'm going to ban you again right before you get your drops, baby. Excerpts of bliss. What does this all mean? Hi, Portal's off.
Traveler, did those plants by the road look weird to you? It almost looked like they were made of paper. And those two frogs over there? Yeah, they look like pieces of origami.
This is so aesthetic, Paimon.
Oh, by the shade of a lotus leaf stream, don't
Who's
tell
Portal?
me you forgot how to jump.
Some kid who told me that I was being
I
too
didn't
gay or
forget,
something. I don't know.
Firecracker. I'm just
I can't keep them
not
together.
sure if what I remember is correct.
Next thing you know, you'll have forgotten how to sing, much less notate a score. You still remember why we call you Stream, don't you?
Yeah, because I've got a great singing voice. Although these days, the name seems more ironic than anything.
Not just a great voice, one that evokes the gentleness of early morning dewdrops
I wanna hear him
flowing
sing.
into a spring. So cheer up and make the jump over. If you're still unsure, just use that roll of magic thread. I won't laugh, I promise. Now, don't tell me you've forgotten how to use that as well.
I haven't forgotten everything, Firecracker. Your name, for instance. It's kind of hard to forget that you're named after your fiery temper. Now do me a favor and pipe down for a second. I'll be right over.
You saw that too, right? Paimon's not seeing things, is she?
Paimon, we're in like a storybook core kind of area. If you go to Pinterest.com and look up like fairy core, storybook core, origami core, it's kind of like that. So we must be in someone's imagination or something because they're really into like origami and storybooks and stuff. This is like Disney, but like also a little bit more aesthetic too because there's origami, so it's like not all like a westernized, it's also a little bit of an Eastern too. I noticed it with those paper frogs.
This place is getting more confusing by the second. Anyway, why don't we go after those...
Okay, I want to talk to the singing frog. So is this zone limited? Will I never be able to return here? That was cute. It is?
All in a day's work.
Well, I probably won't get all the primos here. Look at this fawn core squirrel. That is so me-coded. That is so me-coded. It's not a real animal.
Guess we're not catching up to those frogs. They were so fat.
Excuse me, honored travelers. Did you come from the Cliff of Prophecy, perchance?
The chubby paper hamster just talked.
Chubby? Who are you calling chubby? just got a slightly thicker layer of paper on me, that's all.
Don't pay attention to Paimon. She has a long list of isms and phobias that we have to unpack later, probably when the Natland thing comes out, because, girl, it's starting to come to a head, but that's neither here nor there. Where are we at, sir?
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Armand, and I'm an elder of the Forest of Blessings. I've been waiting here for the hero of prophecy to arrive.
Traveler, could you pinch Paimon just to make sure she's not still dreaming?
Pinching, you say? Well, I can help with that. Although you'll have to get a little closer.
MLOism.
My arms are rather short.
That's alright. We just need a minute to collect ourselves. Look, we know for sure this isn't the world we're familiar with. The talking paper animals and all the paper trees and plants
Starting
make
to
that
get worried.
pretty clear.
The hero from another world, supported by their companions, shall restore peace to the world. That is what the prophecy says.
Okay, I've played enough video games to understand that we're the hero in this prophecy, right? So what do we do?
Dearie me, I completely forgot to introduce you to this world, didn't I? And here I am.
Why is the
getting
voice acting so
all
top tier for
excited
this
by
limited
the
time
arrival
event?
of the hero. You'll have to excuse me. This old brain isn't what it once was. Oh well, perhaps my once glossy paper has faded past the point of no return.
It's okay, really. You can just tell us all about this world now.
Let me think. Where should I even be? Right. I believe the story... a long time ago, 3 goddesses created this world and named it Simulanka. The goddess of creation, who presides over matter and magic, created the mountains and rivers and gave us life. Her powers also paved the way for Simulanka to exist in numerous worlds. After the goddess of creation came the goddess of prophecy, with dominion over the stars and the course of fate itself. She induced the sky to spin and the earth to move. Even to this day, her statue still stands tall at the highest point of constellation Metropole. The final goddess was the goddess of fate, she who reigns over all treasured tales and dearest wishes. She bestowed upon us the fierce and everlasting feelings of love and hate, and showed us the...
Whoa, they all seem super impressive. Sounds like they really did a lot.
Of course. All new residents of Simulanka come to the forest to thank the goddess of creation for founding this world. After that, they make their way to the end of the world and tell the goddess of fate about their most cherished dreams. Well, at least that's how it used to be.
How it used to be? Did something bad happen?
So are you telling me that maybe I'm the hero that must restore this prophecy? Little starry Mars, oh my goodness. My long raid notification. Hi, welcome. Thank you, Raiders. Hi, Raiders. Low Starry Mars. I hope that your stream was good. If you have to raid and dip, feel free to do that. But otherwise, we are doing the event today. I have not done any of the event. I'm hoping to get through it today, but if we can't get through it today, we'll finish it tomorrow. We are in the world of Arianka. We have to help the 3 goddesses of Arianka restore the prophecy of like coming into the forest and like doing the tradition or whatever.
Oh, yeah. That has to do with the hero you're waiting for, right?
Yes, this old brain of mine may have forgotten many things, but I will never forget the day the evil dragon descended upon our forest. It came down from the skies in an ominous black mist and ravaged our homeland. Its gigantic footprints can still be seen in the kingdom of breezes and bells. We're incredibly fortunate that no one was hurt.
Sounds terrifying.
Terror doesn't stop there, I'm afraid. Ever since the attack, the calligraphy tavern in the forest has been closed. No one knows why, but it's a catastrophe of the highest order for us.
A catastrophe of the highest order? All because a tavern closed?
Good. Goddess of creation above. We'd take even the greatest flood over the closure of the tavern. Wet paper will dry out with time. Fallen trees can be restored. But the calligraphy
You're doing it on
tavern
your second account?
is the only
Slay.
source
Thank you
of
for the
magic
raid.
tonic that sustains all creatures in the forest.
Magic what?
Magic tonic. It was gifted to the forest by the goddess of creation herself.
So what happens if you stop drinking it?
Well, our bodies will gradually crumple and become brittle until they eventually disintegrate entirely. Now, colors will fade and
Almond's
start
already
to
running out
lose
of it
our
because he's
memory
great and he's also
until
forgetting
we
things.
can't even remember our own.
But wait, Grandpa Almond...
Oh, I'm afraid so. The color has all but completely faded from my paper. To be honest, all I really remember is that I'm supposed to wait.
Then we've gotta act fast!
Oh, brave pixie. May the goddess of fate reward you and your
Is that
friends
the first
for
time
your
I've heard her be
kindness.
referred to as a
Could it
pixie?
be you're the heroes I've been waiting for all along?
Not sure how we know that. Plus, we can't even remember how we got here, so it's not looking too promising.
If there's one thing I know, is that when there's a shortage of meal tonics, there is also a shortage of hope. I feel as though I've been called here to restore the supply of meal tonics to this distant, esoteric land.
Well, this is turning out to be quite the conundrum for old almond brain here. The prophecy never mentioned anything like that. For now, why don't you come with me to the Hut of Blessings? Our forest fairy lives.
Whoa, a forest fairy? What?
Oh, you betcha. She's prophesized to join the hero on their journey.
A meal
Well, then
agent.
she sounds like exactly the kind of...
Let's go meet this meal agent to restore these meal tonics. When Emilo drinks Emilo tonic, he becomes
That
almond.
meadow over there looks pretty strange.
That's what the calligraphy tavern looks like. Now it's lost all of its color.
Almond sounds like a British gumshoe in his late 50s with a handlebar mustache and a cap. Yeah, he does. Someone's probably hoarding all the meal tonics. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. They're some of the best things you can get around. What whimsical creatures made of paper? Where do I go? Hi, Captivus. How are you? This is a really cute place. I see a lot of puzzles. I hope that you puzzle girls had a chance to do those puzzles. I personally will not be doing that, thank you.
This is the place. If you could just wait a moment, the
Hi,
fairy
Snow, how are
should
you?
be...
Traveler! Paimon!
Is that a meal girl I hear?
Paimon knows that voice!
It's really you! I'm so happy to see you!
Yep, me too, Nilou. I was really confused when we woke up here. I thought we were in another samsara. But obviously, we are on a new meal mission.
Sorry.
So Nilou is the forest fairy? Well, you certainly look the part.
Your outfit is lovely. Obviously designed by Mio. I can tell by the stitching. So, Nilou, what exactly do we have to do to restore these meal tonics?
Thank you. It's the weirdest thing. I remember I was reading a book at the Grand Bazaar, and then I guess I must have fallen asleep at some point because, well, then I woke up just like this.
Yeah, it was kind of scary,
in my
right?
dream, someone spoke to me. They said, "You are the fairy of the Forest of Blessings. Now go, save the forest with your magic." At first, I thought this whole world was just part of the dream.
When
But
I woke
no
up,
matter
I was in
how hard I
Arianka
tried,
world.
I couldn't seem to wake up. I couldn't find anyone I knew from the real world either.
Sounds similar to what happened with us. We also have no idea how we got here.
Anyway, sorry for my reaction back there. I got a bit too excited when I saw you two.
It's okay, we totally understand. We were looking for a way out, too.
Oh, blessed be the goddess of fate above. You're already friends with the...
Grandpa Almond, thank you so much for bringing my friends here. Could you let the others know I'm coming? I'll head over right away.
Of course. Leave it to me. Hey-ho, pistachio. Today truly is a blessed day.
Wow, Nilou. Looks like you made short work of getting to know
What
the
kind of
locals.
alternate timeline are we in?
When I arrived here yesterday, Grandpa Almond told me all about the state of this world.
Lumine must be jealous
Since
seeing
they
everyone
think of
being
me as their
capable of changing their
forest
outfits.
I just felt like I had to try to help them.
Oh, so you mean like using some kind of forest magic to repair the tavern?
Unfortunately, I don't know how to use the magic of this world. I've tried using my vision, but it doesn't seem to work. If the books stored in this hut are anything to go by, this seems to be the place where the goddess of creation first made the townspeople of this forest. She folded the pages of books into small origami animals, gave them life with her magic, and with time, that's how the Forest of Blessings took shape.
Maybe one of the books here could teach us how to use...
I read them all, but only found one reference to magic. The incantation, abracadabra, means to create what I say. This is a world made up of words, where fantastical powers can be wielded by all.
I clocked that.
Okay, so basically everyone in this world can use magic? That's nice, but still kind of vague.
Yeah, from the other books I read, it seems like this goddess really likes to play fast and loose with the details.
So, what should we do now? Didn't you say you were going somewhere, Nilou?
Oh, yes. I was going to help some of the other residents of the forest. They've been busy making preparations to reopen the tavern, so I thought I could help out.
Got it! Guess we should just focus on what we can...
This whole thing is making me pretty nervous, actually. It's like I've been pushed on stage without being taught the choreography.
Oh, Nilou, you can improv.
Since I'm already wearing the costume, though, I might as well try to play the part. It's what a professional dancer would do.
It's kind of crazy that Nilou is like constantly waking up in certain situations, and the only way for her to get out of it is for her to dance. I mean, it isn't crazy because that's her character, but it's kind of camp.
And who knows? Maybe I'll find my own magic along the way. All I can do is try.
At least you're optimistic.
When some of the puzzles are musical, I know you won't struggle. Uh-oh.
Thank you. Then let's go.
You know, I can clock a Mio acting challenge when I see one. A Mio theater challenge, rather, because this is all-encompassing. Okay, what's this? Oh. Okay. Back. I love this little interface. Navia, Kirara, my girlie. Okay. Let's go. Let's do it. Brave northerly wind. Oh, I have to do all of these. What? No. That's Fontaine. Help the forest dwellers. Wait, are those things to unlock the minigames? Thank you, Matero. Hi, Matero. Do the main one first. Okay, I'll do the main one first. 1 second. Let's help these little forest rats or whatever. These little paper rats. Origami by Mio.
I'll catch up.
Is that a tuna sandwich? No, it's a crunchy peanut butter sandwich. I'm trying my best to not make nasty mouth
the
sounds,
forest
but
fairy is here,
I am also
and she
hungry.
brought her companions. Grandpa
Nilou-
Almond was right. They do look promising.
You should probably put on some shoes. That's a little bit concerning. We are outside.
Hello there, everyone. I heard you were working on the piping for the calligraphy tavern. Is there anything we can do to help?
I should do some of the puzzles to get the free Kirara skin.
Oh, we wouldn't dream of troubling you with our petty problems, my lady.
Hey, you sure about that?
Yes. We have my careless friend to thank for that. He promised we could leave the pipe connecting to him.
Girl, let me
Hey,
just connect
I
these
just wanted
pipes.
to inspect each pipe. This is the network the magic tonic has to flow through. I was just trying to be thorough. So,
Yeah, and now you've forgotten how to put the thing back together.
She's gonna get paper cuts on her feet, Mother.
Have you been eating too many nuts again? Because you...
Please don't fight. I know everyone wants the tavern to reopen as soon as possible so that the forest can return to normal. So, why don't you let us help out?
Yeah, we're here anyway, so we might as well be helpful.
Well, if you're offering... Basically, the pipes need to be connected properly to allow the magic tonic to flow through. If you put the wrong pipe in the wrong place, the tonic will get stuck halfway.
I know how to make. I know all of the ins and outs of how to make Miotonic work. I'm
attention
okay.
to detail is key.
Says the guy who messed up the whole thing and...
Right. So let's restore this Miotonic facility here. So. Right. Miotonics need a full through line in order for them to hit the tap. So what you need to do is actually just simply rotate everything in order to ensure that Miotonic is properly flowing through all of the vessels here. Oh, now this is interesting. This is an interesting moment here. And then as it flows through, what you need to do is actually manually rotate it in order to keep the freshness of the Miotonic. And there you go. Fresh Miotonic. Yes, I was actually part of the beta testing of this product. Have a good stream, Fawn. Gotta go. Okay,
Oh, amazing!
I
You
procced
did it!
Savage up until, for Savage 1, I'm at Mouser, now the first Mouser, Emberia. Good luck. It's fun. This Savage tier is fun.
Now the tonic will flow into everyone's cups without getting stuck, right? Oh, gotta say though, Paimon is starting to get pretty curious about this magic tonic. Could she have a teeny tiny sip? Just a little taste, please?
Paimon, this might actually turn you into origami, and then I can take you outside of this world and dunk you into real water and see what happens.
It's not greed, it's curiosity.
Well, if it's really just one sip, I guess that would be fine.
Just be careful. This is one of the last cups left in the entire forest. We're supposed to save it for our research.
Yeah, comment. I'm sick in the head. I'm always doing high end on 14. I love it.
Just a sip, promise. Okay, here goes. What was that? Oh, it's sticking to Paimon's tongue. Wait, is this just regular ink?
Ink and paper. Drink it again.
Wait, does that mean the goddess of fate used ink to compose her stories on paper, and the goddess of creation used her power to bring those tales to life?
Yeah, Nilou, like, look around. It's all paper. So when they don't drink it, they lose. Yeah, it's like, yeah. And then, like, the creation goddess, like, used magic to make it, like, all whimsical and stuff, like a storybook. Yeah.
No wonder the tavern is so important to the forest.
Pigments by Mio.
Maybe the fading disorder occurs when the ink within the body dries up. That would explain why the beings here are forgetting their own stories.
Right, because they're paper and they need the ink to be... Right, yeah.
Oh.
I'm not really sure I can really wrap my head around this conversation, but there's no need to get all worked up on our behalf, my lady. With the pipe installed, I'm sure the tavern will be up and running in no time.
Why am I the only person that gets the concept of the fact that this is a paper world that requires magic ink in order to keep it vivid?
What do you mean, can't wrap your head around it? The fairy is recounting the story of how the goddesses gave...
Really?
Hi, Starlace.
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way you're old enough to have met her. We're the same age, and I think I would know considering we went to tell our wishes to the goddess of fate together. So stop talking a load of papier-mâché.
Now, you need to watch your language. I know that I'm not from around here, but the way that you said that, I know that that was very vulgar, Chestnut.
Oh, fine. It was my grandfather, all right? He was the one that saw. He said that one day after he finished work, He saw the goddess of creation grant us life with his own eyes. In her hands, she held the very paper used to form our bodies. She whispered something into the pages, and then suddenly a paper frog was born.
Ugh, cut the theatrics, will you? You weren't even there.
Chestnut attitude.
Wait, so that's it? Paimon thought creation magic would have a little bit more.
Chestnut sounds like the
pizzazz.
GPO voice.
Oh, so in your world, the creation of life is a much showier affair? Huh, I'm learning something new every...
Well, that's not exactly what Paimon was trying to.
Magic doesn't have to be spectacular.
That's enough out of you. All your boasting is confusing our kind fairy.
Oh, no, it's all right. I actually think I understand the magic of this world a bit better now. Thank you.
Nilou was literally in a samsara. And she doesn't... Girl, come on now, Nilou. I know you're a dancer or whatever, but like... This is not that hard to grasp, girl.
The honor was all ours, milady.
She's like, wait a minute, so... If everything is paper... And then, like, if they have the ink... Then it's
Traveler, Paimon, we should make our way to the next location. Best give it a spring cleaning.
Let me not make fun of her too much because I'm about to go to another puzzle and I'm about to look really, really silly and dumb. Oh, she's acting. That's right. Oh, I forgot. This was a theater challenge by Neo. See, I was being too realistic. Okay, wait. I have to get into character then. Sorry. So we're discovering the story of this mystical land. The little rats had to teach us this stuff. What is this frog? Is it made of paper? Is it leading me to this chest?
All in a day's work.
Oh, this is gonna be a music challenge, isn't
Oh,
it?
Stream! Your rhythm is off again! At this rate, it doesn't even matter if the tavern reopens. The band's not even going to get any gigs!
I'm sorry.
Hello there. I hope we aren't interrupting your rehearsal.
Wait, these are the two frogs we saw on the road a little while ago.
Ah, the forest fairy is here! For the love of lotus leaves and dewdrop stream, you've really got to put in some effort now.
They are. I really feel like this. Y'all kind of need to watch your mouth. I feel kind of uncomfortable with the way that y'all use tone on some of these words. I can tell that y'all are cussing.
But I...
Oh, don't pressure yourself.
Like, what happened to hello?
Account.
My name is.
Are you rehearsing for a show?
Sure are. You see, our group regularly performs for guests at the tavern. We've been out of work for quite some time, with the closure and all. But
Oh,
after
God.
hearing of the fairy's arrival yesterday, we figured we needed to get in performance shape right away.
An unemployed boy group. Okay. I don't know if we can help with that part.
I understand how you feel. Back at the Grand Bazaar, Zubair Theater's always busy with rehearsals too.
Yeah, but you're on payroll though, girl. This is a little bit different. They're out in the woods.
The Grand Bazaar? Do people there sing on lotus leaves as well?
Yeah, they do. And it's a really big one. You're the conductor of your group, aren't you?
Ah, then he must be an ambitious director. One who would do anything to avoid disappointing a single member of the audience. It's just...
Stream can't sing, huh? I heard you cussing him out earlier.
Is there anything we can do to help you, Mr. Stream?
Oh, no. My problems are mine and mine. It's just... After the tavern closed, I somehow forgot how to sing. I'm always a few beats behind everyone else, and I keep singing out of key.
I can get you some meal tonic. It's made of ink.
You were our trump card, our best singer by a mile.
I know, but...
So he is a victim of the fading disorder too?
Don't be sad, Mr. Stream. Whenever I've
Hi,
forgotten
Pookie.
important dance steps in the past, my friends at the Grand Bazaar always stick by my side to encourage me. They smile
Is this the plot
and
of Trolls?
patiently tell me
I've never
everything's
seen
going to be okay. Then they
We just need to help you remember how to sing, right? The Traveler's got a great sense of rhythm. We can help keep you in time.
Yes, in my world, I'm known as the legendary blonde because I'm a combatant and a model. But I do sometimes use my voice, my singing talents, and my musical abilities to accomplish certain goals. I believe I could help you here.
Well, what do you say, Stream? I think it's a great idea. Just focus on the lyrics, and the fairy's friends will help you stay on beat.
Are you sure?
Don't worry about it, Mr. Stream. It'll all be worth it when the tavern
Now, I have a
reopens
delay in my
and we
headphones
finally
when I'm
have the
live,
chance to hear your
so I'm
marvelous
interested to see
singing
what
voice.
challenge this is.
All right, then. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll give it my best shot.
Ooh, damsel, that sounds good. I'm ready. The paper frog choir will perform sequentially according to the rhythm. Direct the rightmost froggy to jump at the right moment. I have a delay in my headphones, so let's see if I can do this. There may be a song and dance accompanying the performance, so remember to follow the accompanying rhythm too. Oh god. Meal Music Singing Challenge. A meal rhythm challenge.
Excellent! Perfectly in time.
Hey! Y'all got that beat? Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting the
Paging
hang of it
Dr.
again.
V.
Goddesses above, this better stick when it comes to the performance. Just do it exactly like how we rehearsed.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks to you, my voice is once again as clear as a flowing stream.
Glad to hear that you're feeling better, Mr. Stream. It's also about time for us to go to our next destination.
Mm-hmm. We'll be looking forward to your performance at the tavern.
Good luck, Mr. Stream. See, that's what we do in my world. I really love the wah, wah, wah moment, but like around, we go, ooh, ooh. So that's what I do. That's what I'm known for.
We've got one final stop. Let's go. Give it a spring cleaning.
Wait a minute. Is this whole... Oh my god. Girl, let's get going. We got a long way to go. So, everybody who's watching the stream now and watching the stream on YouTube, get ready for a new Genshin mini-series. We will return to Honkai Star Rail momentarily. We got a long map. A lot of climbing to do.
Oh, my dear Citrus, please tell me you're joking. We can't have you out of commission with the tavern about to reopen.
Mr. Street. Oh my goodness, Almond, hey. We were just talking to the singing frogs.
I'm sorry, Grandpa Almond. It's the truth. I was just too excited for the reopening and must have fallen asleep in an awkward position.
Grandpa Almond, we're here to help.
Does she have a crick in her neck?
Oh, hazelnuts on high. You could not have come at a better time. Please allow me to introduce you. This is the bartender of the Calligraphy Tavern, Miss Citrus.
Hey, Miss Citrus.
Miss Citrus is supposed to add all kinds of delicious fruits to the magic tonic. Her additions are what turn it into the finest brew in the land. She's indispensable to the operation of the tavern.
Okay, what's wrong?
I appreciate the kind words, Grandpa Almond, but... my neck.
She's got a crick in her neck.
Are you all right?
She's got a crick in her neck.
Terrible timing. Getting a kink in my neck at a time like this?
I can't stand a crick in the neck.
Could you give my tail a little twist? That should help free up the movement in my neck. I would do it myself, but I can't reach my own, and Grandpa Almond is too old and as light as a feather.
It's a little awkward, but I guess.
The neck and tail are
This is Alex Consani.
Of course they're connected. Just like how you can't have a rainbow without rain. Anyway, you just need to position me at the right height to pick the fruits. And then put them in the barrel over there.
No, because why are you using physics to explain something that like only exists in this world? Well, I guess to them it's okay. To them it's physics. To me it's new and magic. Okay. Right. She was like, of course, it's just like, it's so easy. I'm like, well, I don't know. Press the interact button to pull the magic threads on the paper alpaca's back to help her. While connected, you can move and adjust the neck height of the paper alpaca. While connected, press the attack button. The correct position so the paper alpaca may obtain the needed mixology material. Okay, do you, just like this? I just grab this like that? Okay, right. And then... Just, okay. So Citrus. You do this often, Citrus? By yourself, right? Does Almond help you with this? Do you guys have unions here? I just wonder if like, are there any like alternatives? Because I just wonder if this is some sort of you like this job, right, Citrus? We did it!
Perfect! My neck feels much better.
I'm so glad.
So there really is some kind of connection between your neck and tail.
Thank you so much, everyone. I can rest easy now, knowing
sure you
that
wash your
drinks
hands
at the tavern will be just as wonderful as before.
That's another problem solved!
Wait, Damsel, you're right. We're in the Viva Pinata world. Oh my goodness. Is Viva Pinata canon in Tavat?
A little dusty. Best give it a spring cleaning.
Well, yes. Oh, so they canceled Natland and they decided to do Viva Pinata instead. That's honestly a much better move. Y'all, if you're new, just please understand that I'm very unserious about this game. I do love the lore and everything, but for the most part, I'm very unserious. Don't take anything I say seriously. Did you ever play Viva Pinata? I wanted to, but I couldn't afford an Xbox 360, so I never got to play it, and it was an Xbox 360 exclusive. That was the first time I learned about what video game exclusivity looked and felt like.
Well, since we've taken care of most of the tasks, all we need to do now is reopen the tavern.
But we still don't know how
You
to
rented
use
a
the
360
magic
from
of this
Blockbuster to
world.
play it?
We don't even know why the tavern closed in the
That is
first
so real.
place.
Oh, what about the method that one hamster mentioned? You should try.
You mean The creation magic his grandfather saw outside the Hut of Blessings? I wonder. How exactly did the goddess of creation give them life?
She whispered into the paper.
Maybe you don't need to understand it. Just give it a try. Everyone here calls you the Forest Fairy. Maybe you have the magic powers already and you just don't know it.
In other words, this forest is a stage. And all I need to do is step out into the spotlight? Sounds
Exactly.
just like a fairy tale.
See, it all makes sense to Nilou once you start to sort of, like, you know, magic, physics, all this kind of stuff. That doesn't make sense to her. And I really relate to that too, because like it doesn't make sense to me unless you like sort of talk about it in a way that I can understand, like Pokemon, video games, content, analytics, makeup, things like that. Like I don't get it unless you can like sort of make it that way. We were like, so think of it this way, like it's like a routine and you're on a stage. And she's like, oh, okay.
Well, we are surrounded by talking origami animals and magic potions.
You're right, Paimon. We won't know anything unless we try. In that case, let's see.
I haven't heard that audio, damsel. So this is basically
This is how you do it, right? I think I got the folds right.
it's like if Ditto, you got like a Ditto that was messed up, like a bugged Ditto. And like all the Dittos that were spawning didn't have transform, but they need transform in order to live. So you have to get the TM. And like the TM is basically that Miotonic. So you just have to get the transform TM for them. In terms of this, it's kind of like Nilou, you turned into Arceus. So like now you get to just like make any Ditto you want.
Whoa, your origami skills are great!
I once saw one of our prop people making something similar. It looked really cool. So I took some time during my break to learn the basics. It's not a bad way to stave off sleepiness either.
Wait a minute. So you just learned advanced origami because you got... See, when I'm up at night, I just start doom scrolling. It's really making me reflect.
Well, how do you feel? Sense any, magical powers flowing through you?
No.
Well, damsel, I don't really pay attention a lot to movies lately. Like, I listened to somebody talk about why people don't like Ryan Reynolds anymore. Because apparently, like, a new Deadpool Wolverine movie came out. I didn't even know it was out. Like, I don't know anything about movies. If it's not like a gay Japanese dating show, I don't know what it is.
No. What are we missing?
Magic words? But how am I supposed to know what the goddess said to bring them to life?
Abracadabra.
Oh, good point. You're the forest fairy, Nilou. What do you want to say to the new resident of your domain?
Abracadabra. Abracadabra by Brown Eyed Girls.
I bestow upon you the blessings of the forest and offer you a home in this land. Your name shall be Harisara. May you bloom in this world as beautifully as the flower I love.
This is giving Dr. Frankenstein CMV. Why is she creating life? Because we're in a magic storybook land.
My name is Harisara.
No, because I think I would freak out. What kind of alchemy is this? Could you imagine if your friend literally made an org a paper thing and it started talking? It's all fun and games until you see the life actually enter this being.
How many people were scared?
It worked.
I was
It
really,
actually
really scared.
worked.
Well, peel my shell and call me a nut. I never imagined I'd witness such a miracle at my
She
age.
literally created a life that makes her
Just like what the stories said about the goddess of creation.
So do these things have y'all all have consciousness and will, right? You guys have a desire to continue to live even though there's a scarcity in your ink, and we just made another one. This suddenly got very heavy.
Shell? Miracle?
Nice to meet you, Padisara. I'm Nilou, the fairy of this forest.
Damn soul.
From this day forward, this place is now your home.
Hello, Fairy Nilou.
I hope you'll grow up happily in this forest.
Grow up.
Oh, you can leave the little one with old Almond for now. Oh, this sure brings back memories. It's been
Padisara
so
is
long time
literally
since we last held
being
a
flooded
welcome
with
ceremony.
awareness. Growing up. Life. Like,
Here, Padisara. Come to Grandpa Almond.
Well, now that Nilou has mastered the goddess's magic, we should be able to reopen the tavern, right?
well, yes.
Grandpa Almond, could you send a few people to check the underground space beneath the tavern?
Oh, of course. May I ask why?
The moment I used magic, I sensed something strange down there. I have a feeling it's connected to why the tavern had to close down.
Of course, we'll look into it right away.
Look at Padisara like literally sitting there processing awareness. Padisara has been alive for 3 minutes and suddenly like consciousness itself is flooding into its paper brain.
Make sure you listen to Grandpa Almond, Padisara. Don't go running off on your own.
Padisara, listen. Running.
Oh no. You taught her what running is, Nilou.
Hey, come back here, you! Wait!
Yep, that's Nilou's creation, all right. She's got so much energy. Anyway, how did you manage it, Nilou?
Well, all I did was say my wishes for her out loud. Maybe the magic is in the words themselves, just
Let me
like the
try.
book said.
Universal basic income. Student debt relief.
This place is seeming more like a fairy tale by the second.
I mean, or somewhere called the Forest of Blessings, so it kind of makes sense.
Well, anyway, Paimon thinks this magic suits you perfectly, Nilou.
Gotta teach them young when it comes to running away from MLO products. Exactly. Nilou said, now if you ever see MLO... Okay. The first thing that Padisara actually learned, when they cut it to black, what she actually said was, Mio products, Mio products. MLO is no. MLO is no. From there, they can figure it out.
When I brought Padisara to life just now, I was able to sense the magic flowing through the forest, and the flowers and trees, and inside the creatures that live here. But for some reason, there's a hollowed out space beneath the tavern where I couldn't sense anything at all.
We're back, my lady.
That was fast.
You were right. There was something under the tavern that I've never seen before. It looked transparent and gave off a clinking sound when I knocked on it.
Transparent and clinking. Oh, I've got it!
Already?
You've got to use fairy tale logic, Paimon.
Oh, okay. Is it an ink bottle?
That's right. An empty ink bottle, to be exact. Still remember the taste of the magic tonic you took a sip of, Paimon?
May you finally answer my question if you complete all Fontaine's story quests before I release the MLO plague on the land? What did you say, Lanny? I mean, MLO will never hit the land. We already got rid of it. Have you completed all of Fontaine's Archon quests? Yes, Lanny.
Yeah, it was ink. Oh, Paimon gets it now!
Traveler, Paimon, will you come gather some ingredients with me? I learned what we need to make
Sure thing! What do we need to get?
a setting sun that never sets, a dragon that cannot fly, and a moon that only shines at night.
I've only done Furina's side quests, but I've done all the Archon quests.
Where are we supposed to find crazy things like that?
Sorry, eating banana chips. She means Sincetia's snapdragons and Nilot's pollen lotuses.
What? How did you get that that so fast?
Paimon, it's obvious that you're not an actress. This is an improv challenge, a theater challenge by Mio. If you can't keep up, shut your mouth or go home.
Logic, huh?
Love me banana chips. Oh my goodness, I'm Nilou. Wait, no. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh no, the samsara. I have to save the world.
Positions.
We did it. Where are her shoes at? I told her she's gonna get a paper cut, but she didn't listen to me.
Someone needs assistance.
She was like, well, it's my fairy tale, so paper cuts don't exist in this story. I said, okay, don't come crying to me. I'm literally collecting everything in this area. In the last Magical Land event, all the people were water droplets, and that teased that all the people of Fontaine are oceanids. In this land, everyone is made of paper. That's why all of the Natland characters are paper. You ate that.
Advance! All in!
Flag fly and leap.
Lenny said, oh my goodness, lore drop.
You must leave no stone unturned.
So if everything in this land is paper, does that mean the ink is paper too? No, because Nilou said no. Nilou said fairy tale logic. I was hoping that these guys would drop something. I'm looking for another plant. Let's just get rid of this now that she's
Advance!
Leave it all to me.
Oh, it's probably those things over there.
Your grand finale. That should be everything, right? What should we do now?
Let's go back to the Hut of Blessings.
You don't have to tell me twice. Let's start climbing, babe. See, in my homeland, I like to do this.
Give me just a second. I'm gonna go fetch an ink bottle from the other room.
Well, take your
doesn't get it.
time.
All the ingredients are super tasty, but somehow the final product turns into ink. Well, anyway, Paimon's not going anywhere near this stuff this time. Not even if...
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Why is Paimon mad she can't eat it? Like, you can't eat everything, Paimon. Your fam's... Oh, are you all camping, Gooey? Hi, Gooey.
Let's see. According to the book,
Are you looking at the stars,
first you
Gooey?
do
Oh, wait.
this.
If you're in
and
America...
this,
No, you're in
and then-
Canada. I don't know if it's dark for you. I mean, I know that like you're north, but like I don't know if you're like even more east. I don't know how that works. I don't know.
It's done!
Wait, if you're more east, then it would be brighter. No, it would be darker. We got ink!
Wow, magic sure makes everything super convenient.
I found you via YouTube and had to come by to give you a follow. Say hi. Hi, Cloudy. If you followed me for the Pokemon content, we play Pokemon
Yes,
Tuesday
this is it.
through. Well,
This
we're
is
going to be playing something new
exactly
Tuesday,
the magic tonic
Wednesday,
we
Thursday. Thank you so much. Hi. I also want to eat everything and get upset at the fact that I can't. Like the bingo chips you'd use in elementary school.
Grandpa Almond.
You want to know what
could
I
you
used
take
to
the
want to eat?
concoction to the room underneath the tavern and place it next to the
You guys know,
transparent
like at
bottle
the
you
dollar
found?
store. This is
I'll
an
handle
American
the
thing,
rest.
probably. At the dollar store, you can get the scented, like they're almost like eggs, and you twist them and lift them up, and it's like a scented like jelly. Tell me why they look like the canned cranberry sauce. I always want to eat those. They look like they would. I want to bite them. They look like gummy candies.
Of course, as you command, so it shall be done.
The air fresheners, yes.
I still get nervous at times like this. It's just like when you step on stage.
It is
and you can tell
interactive
that
like a
every
popsicle
single
as well.
person's gaze is fixed right on you.
You have eaten them. It tastes like laundry detergent. I still get nervous at times like this. It's just like when you step on the stage and you can tell every single person's gaze is right on you. Relax, Nilou. You're good at dancing.
Thanks, you two. I can't tell you how great it is to have you by my side. Almost makes me... Let's go. We shouldn't keep everyone waiting.
When did he get his color back? We made the ink out of the flowers. CMV. We made the ink. And then we just threw it on him. And he was like, "Thank you."
Forest, please heed my words and accept my blessings. May your spring of wondrous magic never run dry. And may all who call you their home lead happy, fulfilling lives.
Not Sastasha. Oh, Combat, I'm so sorry, girl. Shout out to you for sticking that out, because Sastasha would make anybody want to quit. Body yaddy yaddy yaddy. Nilou is literally a magical fairy princess. Like, this is what girly pop magic is. We're in the land of girly pop magic. This is literally what architecture school looks like. Ooh, Ube, make me a peanut butter cookie. Me eating a peanut butter sandwich. I love peanut butter.
Fairy Nilou is amazing.
I should have gotten a napkin. I'm rubbing it on my pajama pants here.
Wow.
Me
It's
pretending
so
I was a fairy at 10
pretty.
years old.
What a
It matches the scenery of the forest perfectly. I was so surprised
Not
when it
Padisar saying
suddenly
a full
opened up like
sentence.
that. Just like a pop-up book.
The next time we see her, she's gonna already be writing her her thesis for her PhD.
I remember now.
Her dissertation.
I remember everything. It was me. I was the one who went to the top of Constellation Metropole and witnessed the goddess's prophecy.
CMB,
The
I
hero
am
who shall
RuPaul. Don't
save
tell
this
anybody.
world will descend
I do the
upon
RuPaul
the
way.
cliff of prophecy. The hero, supported by their companions, shall restore peace to this world.
And then the next time Padisara, we see Padisara, she's going to she's going to essentially be the Albert Einstein of this dimension.
So
She's
the
gonna figure
prophecy
it out.
really did have all the answers. You just forgot the first half.
That's why I was waiting near the cliff of prophecy. Wonderful. Simply wonderful.
Is the Cliff of Prophecy that place with the huge mural? 'Cause that is where we woke up, but we don't remember
Paimon,
anything
please
about
put two
how
and
we
two
got
together.
there. Also, we didn't get a change of clothes like Nilou. Are we definitely the heroes?
No, that's actually true. Why didn't we get a change of clothes? Because I noticed that Nilou got 20-inch extensions on both sides of her head. And, like, I love the bob or whatever, but if we're going to be here and, like, be in costume and drag or whatever, I want a bigger wig, too.
If not you, then who else? You've already helped the fairy revitalize our forest.
Felony.
To us, that makes you
You and all of the
heroes.
fans of this game were in
Prophesized
agreement.
or not.
All right. Either way, we're going to keep adventuring, even if it's just to figure out how we can get back to our world.
I'm also going to be looking for Primo Gems. Do you guys have Primo Gems here?
Yep, that's exactly right. Helping people.
As expected, the words of the goddess of prophecy always come true.
I'll come with you. It can't hurt to have a magical fairy tag along, right?
Has your 23andMe got Japanese? Sometimes it does, but we were talking to Pixie. Pixie is getting her PhD in genetics, and she said that 23andMe normally focuses a lot on European DNA just because of their testing, I guess, whatever. So like they often change mine. They will change mine around. Sometimes I'm Japanese, sometimes I'm Filipino, sometimes I'm both. Sometimes I'm neither.
Heroes and fairies, dragons and new adventures.
I would say your next stop should be Constellation Metropole. It's Simulanka's most... Once you've arrived at the Astral Garden at the highest point in the city, maybe you can try seeking divine counsel from the goddess of prophecy herself.
Are you leaving,
It would be
Fairy
fitting to have
Nilou?
outfits for Eat Nation. That would actually be cool, comment.
I'm afraid so. There are still other people who need my help. I won't go far, though, and I'll come back to visit the minute I have time to spare.
Nilou, that's your... I kind of feel bad. Like, I mean, I know that they're not depicting it that way, but they could easily depict it in a very tragic way.
So be a good girl, Putty Sarah, and help out Grandpa Almond whenever you can, all right? Mm-hmm. Got it. Putty Sarah will wait here for you.
That's a good girl, Paddy Sarah. I almost forgot. If Constellation Metropole is where you're heading, you'll need to take the Maritime Express. I'll head to the station first thing tomorrow morning and wake up that lazy station master for you. Why don't you take a break?
Sounds great! Paimon definitely feels tired after being on the go for so long.
Oh, sounds like someone's ready to order.
Oh, well, if you're offering. Paimon will take a glass of Buell fruit tonic. But hold the tonic.
And not Nilou being the one that left Roxy at the bus stop. You're going to jail, damsel. You are going to jail. Okay, wait around. I'll hit up some things on the way as we're running around, but I'm focusing mostly on the story. Because I think somebody said that I have to do things for Kirara's outfit, and I do want her outfit.
Morning.
Hi,
Guess everything that happened
Brenul.
yesterday
Hi,
wasn't just
welcome.
a
Welcome to the
dream
chat.
then.
So many people are coming to find me. I love
Time
it.
for our next fairy tale adventure. We should head to the station Grandpa Almond told us about.
Oh, that's a long ways away. Let's get to walking. I want to eat this sandwich, but it's a really like sticky peanut buttery part, so I'm like trying to be ready for it. I keep putting it off. I'm getting nervous. Oh, Felony, this is kind of like a side event. Like, it's like a themed event for the summer. This is my first time actually being active during, and like a player that's actually like doing, this is like my first real event that I've done after I beat the story. This is all kind of, it's side content, but it's a really good opportunity to learn more about the characters. The barefooted redhead girl, she's a dancer. She helped us like a couple stories ago, like a couple continents ago, and we all woke up in this dream world. And the one lore bit that I've learned about her so far that's new to me is that apparently she's a mastered origami. That is so interesting. Nilou loves to dance and she loves origami when she gets a little bit bored. Y'all leave Damsel alone. Damsel's just making jokes. I thought it was funny. I'm Roxy Anderson. I'm here to make it clear. I know you love me, baby. That's why you brought me here.
Get up, said Jewel. Time to get to work, you lazy bones.
I can't
can't remember how to call the train. Just let me sleep a little longer, then I'm sure I'll remember.
Don't try to pull one over on me, young man. Your fading disorder has been cured. I saw you chugging cup after cup of magic tonic in the tavern last night.
You must be mistaken, Grandpa Almond. That guy definitely wasn't me.
Oh, you remember my name now, do you? Then it seems like you're all better. You had no idea who I was when you were fading. Now, enough of your nonsense. Get up. The fairy and her friends are going to be here any second.
All right, I'm up. I'm up. The Maritime Express should be here soon.
That's more like it. Lie there any longer and you'll start gathering dust.
2,000 an hour for Nilou's
is everything
masterclass in
okay?
origami.
The hero, her pixie companion, and the forest fairy. I didn't know you were already here. Oh, merciful macadamias. I'm sorry you had to see that.
Almond, honestly, I'm not surprised about your toxic work environment, but I'm here to ride the Mew Express.
Oh, it's all right. Paimon knows the feeling. Who doesn't?
Does the Maritime Express run out of Constellation Metropole?
Yes, each train needs a conductor to operate, and the conductors...
Oh, so you mean the people of Constellation Metropole aren't origami animals like...
Well, the city welcomes visitors from all over the world, so you're bound to run into some forest dwellers there. But yes, generally speaking, the residents of Constellation Metropole look quite different from us. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Here comes the train.
I love the train! Oh my goodness, this kind of looks like Maple Story. Wait, are we going to Maple Story?
Pleasure to meet you, everyone. My name is Will, and I'll be the conductor for your journey today. I'm assuming you're the ones who call the train.
I love the train.
It's a little toy man!
Yes, we called the train. The hero and the forest fairy need a ride to Constellation Metropole.
The hero and the forest fairy. The ones from the prophecy. Oh, why didn't you say so earlier? We could have prepared a far more luxurious train. I'll just go back and get a better one.
That's okay, Mr. Wheel. We're trying to get to the city as fast as possible. We just need you to get us across the sea. In your capable hands, I'm sure we'll get there in no time.
Are we going to
Of
Louisiana?
course, my lady. It would be an honor. Well then,
Going down
all
the
aboard, sit
bayou.
anywhere you like. We'll get a stunning view of Simulanka no matter where you're seated.
Breakfast.
Did one of you just say something?
No, Paimon. I'm right here.
Wasn't me either. Breakfast. Sound. Fish. Chicken drumsticks. Oh, gotcha.
What's Kirara doing here?
Eating her own tail like a freak.
Is she a friend of yours?
She really is the cat girl, isn't she? That's so interesting.
Oh, let
Kirara.
Paimon introduce you. This is Kirara. She's... Oh, wait. Actually, maybe we should wake her up first.
So noisy. Is it morning already?
I'm triggered because I knew a few girls in high school who would do exactly that. Like, I love Kirara down boots, but there were some girls in high school that would do the, like, meow, purr kind of thing. Woo, that triggered me a little.
Oh, morning. Huh?
They were tea.
Traveler! Paimon! It's you? Which means... Oh, thank goodness. It was all a dream after all. Oh, gotta hand it to my imagination. It all felt super real. There were these toy people, but they were alive and they could talk.
No, they weren't biting their tails. I was in high school when the when the tail accessories were popular, though. Do you guys remember that? That was like a point in time where you could get like little tails that you could put on like your belt loop. Some people would do it for fun to put it on the side, you know, like on the front side as like a little trinket for like the chain, like the pocket watch chain or whatever. Some people would actually do the tail. Yeah. And they ate that up. It was fashion.
Madam, sleeping overnight in the train car is prohibited.
It wasn't just a dream?
It's all right, Kirara. Apparently we're in a world called Simulanka. We got here yesterday too.
See, a lot of the kids these days, the girls these days, y'all love bring 2010's fashion back, bring 2010's pop back. Some of us are there.
Simulanka? So, that's what it's called. I spent all day yesterday wandering around this one city. The toy people called it Constellation
I always hung
Metropole.
out with those kids. That's why I knew about it.
I was trying to find a way to get back home. I was seriously starting to think I had gotten on the bad side of some great yokai and gotten swallowed whole. Ah, I take it you're Inazuman then, Miss Kirara?
She sure is. But, Kirara here is kinda special. Let
Hi,
Paimon
Meg.
introduce you
Mego.
for
Ah, nice to meet you. I'm Nilou, a member of Zubair Theater. You can usually
I mean, y'all
find
see
us
me wear cat
performing in
ears like
Sumeru
every other
City's Grand
week,
Bazaar.
so
Right now, though, I suppose I should introduce myself as the Fairy of the Forest of Blessings.
maybe I should start doing what Kirara does.
Oh, you're Nilou! I've heard a lot about you from my deliveries in Sumeru. I even saw one of your performances back in the day. You're an amazing dancer. But, did you say you were a forest fairy?
Oh, yeah, that's her new identity here in Simulanka.
Nilou is a
Oh,
celeb.
speaking of new identities, looks like you got a new outfit yourself, Kirara.
I swear I'm never going back to girl jeans and low rise back then. It was scandalous.
Yeah, I know. It confused the heck out of me yesterday. I just woke up in a set of brand new clothes I'd never seen before.
That must mean you have a big part to play here, too.
Kirara got the best outfit. I'm sorry. Like the way Naomi Smalls would eat this outfit up.
Is that a thing? I guess I am wearing a pair of boots, but still. Did you by any chance hear a voice speaking to you before you got here, Miss Kirara?
Yes, damsel, that's the full fantasy. Fur tail, MCR t-shirt, fake septum ring, red flannel, rolled up skinny jeans. You had to have them rolled up. Black Converse with marker drawings on them. Yes. And a Lucky Star backpack. Maybe ears too if you were a real one. The ears come out during when you go to the conventions with your friends, right? And then that was the fit for those girls. Yes, yes. That was the look. That was the look.
Voice. Oh, yeah, I did hear something, but I was so freaked out my tails got all tangled, so I didn't catch much of what was said.
Sorry for the interruption, but this Nekomata friend of yours, she doesn't...
Can we get on the train?
Oh, no need to worry, little guys. I would never do something like that. Well, unless I'd been out in the wild too long without anything to eat. Oh, speaking of eating, I am getting a little hungry.
Where are your manners?
She's not going to eat y'all. Y'all are
This
made of
young
paper.
lady is a trusted friend of our esteemed hero. Now, I know a fear of felines is etched into us with ink, but I'm certain Miss Necom...
Sure looks like you're keeping your distance, though, Grandpa Almond.
You will have nothing to fear, I promise. I met some origami animals in Constellation Metropole yesterday, and I even made sure to retract my claws so I didn't hurt them by accident. Plus, you all look just about as tasty as the cardboard boxes I deliver.
I was really scared.
Not that I tried to eat you even
So
if
why
you
doesn't
did
Goro
look
go
tasty.
around talking about how
Promise.
he's such a dog?
Please excuse us, Mom.
Kirara's really like, I'm a
reaction.
cat girl.
Dear
cat girl, I'll
passengers,
scratch
it's
you.
almost time for us to depart.
I'm gonna scratch you.
Oh, yeah, Tulips. This turned into a pretty long conversation, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. I'll ride with you to the next stop. There's a place near the Metropole that caught my eye yesterday, so I want to go explore it today.
Then
I
all
think
that
she's actually a
remains
cat.
for
Girl
me
just
to
has ears.
say
Oh.
is, on behalf of the Forest of Blessings, thank you. May the goddess of fate be with you and bless your journey. Madam Fairy, Miss Necomata
Gro's
in
too busy with
boots,
his drag
and
bookings.
our brave... Please do visit us in the Forest of Blessings again.
We will. We'll definitely.
Take care, Grandpa Almond.
Okay, thank y'all so much. Let's go. Now I hope that we get to watch the train. Like I want to ride on it, like we did in Fontaine. I have to connect it. Oh my
I'll
god.
catch up.
Why do I have to do the dog work? Jesus. Okay, Can we go? I'm trying to eat my peanut butter sandwich. Let's go. Oh my god.
Have a safe trip!
Wow.
Yeah, in the end, you don't even sit in the
train ride
car.
over the sea? What an incredible view!
Please keep your head and arms inside the train at all times. We don't want anyone falling into the sea.
Oh my goodness,
There's a
look.
train coming the other way too.
Hey. Hey.
Now that the fading disorder is cured, I'm sure the forest will be a lively place again in no time.
I gotta go explore that forest at some point. It looked so pretty from the train. I just hope they, won't be too scared of me.
Oh
We'll
my
be arriving at
goodness.
our destination shortly. Please
This
prepare to
is so
disembark.
gorgeous and picturesque. I love the train.
Here we are.
What if Mio Zelf,
Constellation
Mio Sprint, and Kelly
Metropole
Rowland
is
were
right
riding on the
over
opposite
there.
train? They
It's a
were.
short
That's why I
walk
was
from here
waving.
to the Gear Sky Ladder, which will take you right
That's
to
how it feels to say hi to you,
Metropole
too.
Square. And thank you again for choosing Maritime Express.
Great! And thanks to you for a smooth and pleasant journey, Mr. Wheel.
The train cars were comfortable and spacious, and I had a great night's sleep. I'll definitely be back.
As you wish, ma'am.
Okay.
Where should we go next? Is that place you wanted to check out nearby?
Her outfit eats.
I took a walk around yesterday, and it felt like there was something weird about it.
Want us to come with you?
It's okay. You guys go ahead and visit the Metropole for now. Hopefully, that's where you'll be able to find out some more about this world. I pretty much explored the whole place from the rooftops yesterday, but for some reason, this is the place that caught my attention. You know what I mean, right? Like when you get a stone stuck in your claw or something, it keeps nagging at you to dig it out, but you can't focus on anything else until you do. Don't worry, if you run into any trouble, I'll be there faster than you can say gold level courier of the Comania Express.
Okay, fair enough. We'll head to the Metropole then.
Okay, Kirara,
Guess
stay
this is where we say
safe.
bye for now.
Make sure to stretch your ankles. That arch is pretty crazy, girl.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry about me. Let's not forget.
And she brings up that she's a cat all the time. She's like, so since I'm a cat, go to the sky ladder. The flying squirrels in the kingdom of breezes and bells are adept flyers. Get close and use the interact button to work together. Holding the attack button while in joint cooperation will display the flight path. Release the attack button and The flying scroll will turn. The flying scroll will immediately turn back after reaching the end of its flight path. They will only stop in midair and await your use of the attack button to summon them back. After they hit flower bells. Okay. Whoa. Oh, okay. Oh, it's like a boomerang. It's like a boomerang. Oh my goodness, doesn't JoJo Siwa have a boomerang? Yeah. I really don't know how any JoJo Siwa song goes, but I've definitely heard her scream boomerang before. I hope this is it. Okay. That's cute. So I wonder if they're previewing a lot of the new Natland traversal mechanics in this.
Help me! Help! Oh, Goddess of Prophecy
Hi, Tyson.
above. Would you kind souls please help us?
What happened here? Why are you all suspended in midair?
I mean, being stuck in midair still beats falling to the ground and being smashed into a pile of blocks, but... I told him to be careful, but... No. Never mind. Now's not the time for that. My good friends, could I trouble you to turn the clockwork key over there? I'll explain everything in a bit.
Wait, so if I turn the vicinity of the constellation Metropole, you can sometimes see small toy figures fixed around a constellation clockwork device. This is a gift from the Goddess of Prophecy to attack the clockwork device to gradually rewind the surrounding area. After rewinding, keep everything still for 2 seconds. Okay, I'm just going to have to do this. Oh. I see. You have to close the fence? Don't you love that? I'm sitting here doing the mechanic and like they don't tell me. I was like, am I supposed to make him stop before he falls? Like pause it before he falls? Girl. When you're unable to, you can attack the pillars to reset their. I was like, I'm pausing it so he doesn't fall. Dilly dally maxing.
Oh, they.
What happened there? It almost seemed like we turned back time.
The toy before
I take
when
it
you
this
don't
is your
have the
first
gate
time
up.
witnessing the power of the Goddess of Prophecy, then? If so, I can see why you might think that. Basically, this is a gift bestowed upon Constellation Metropole by the Goddess of Prophecy, who rules over the natural course of all things. It helps those who have deviated from their proper path to get back on track.
Proper path? Do you mean everything that happens in the Metropole has been planned out since the very beginning?
Why are you saying that as if it's a bad thing?
You're not explaining it clearly. Here, allow me. Of course, all the residents of the Metropole have the freedom to live their own lives. For instance, whether I use olive oil or sesame oil in my morning skincare routine is entirely my choice. But whenever something disastrous is about to happen, like when I almost got turned into a pile of rubble just now, the goddess's magic will activate in the world around us.
Y'all, let's start a psyop. A skincare psyop. I'm going to tell people that I am 42 years old and that I have a skincare secret. Sesame oil. And I want all of y'all to weigh in and tell me how many people start smelling like sesame oil in public. There's someone on TikTok already doing that. I'm gonna say use sesame oil.
So, in other words, it's kind of protection magic to keep people alive?
I like the smell of
You
sesame
could
oil,
say
but it'd
that.
be funny.
There are other situations in which it activates too, but that's basically correct.
Well, in any case, we're glad no one's hurt.
Are you heading to the constellation Metropole?
Yep. Do you know where we can find the Gear Sky ladder?
Oh, it's just that platform up ahead. The one with the key sticking out.
That thing? Are you sure?
Yep, that's the one. Pretty much everything in the Metropole runs on tracks and gears. The goddess of prophecy watches over it all. Which is to say, all the tracks are fixed. If a machine is set up to move forwards, it'll never move in reverse.
This reminds Paimon a lot of Fontaine's clockwork toys.
You mean
Yeah,
like those music boxes with dancing figures?
I feel like we've seen these
I've
themes
seen
before.
one or two.
Yeah, exactly like that. Anyway, sounds like it's not gonna suddenly fall out of the sky, so Paimon's okay now. Should we get...
Ooh.
Having a chest right next to the characters talking made me impatient. I was like, give me that chest. Oh god, here we go again. Attack to activate the ladder, make it move. When it's fully charged. When the gear is fully charged, it will stop moving. The sky ladder will also stop moving. If the gear is not attacked for some time, it will return. That is scary. That actually like gives me like real like that's kind of scary. Moving that fast in the air like that?
Oh, what a bustling city! This place is fit for a king!
Our next step is to
Do you
get
guys
to the top
remember
of the
in
Metropole
Shrek?
and ask the goddess of prophecy for guidance. If there is a king in
Do you
that
guys remember in
castle,
Shrek?
I sure hope he won't get mad at us for trespassing.
That one song in Shrek where the little things came out? Do you guys remember in Shrek when the little things came out? I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to show it.
It's quiet. Too quiet. Where is everybody?
Hey, look at this!
Duloc is a perfect place. We're in Duloc. Why is everything so quiet?
Make way for the king!
Oh, darn, we jinxed it. Oh, no. Did he overhear us talking about us sneaking into his castle?
Silence! The one who shall soon stand before you is the ruler of Constellation Metropole.
I don't have
the one
in-game
who
music
descended
off. No,
after
I
a
don't think
meteor
so.
shower, and the protector of order, and all
Is
the
my music
stars
really
in the
turned off?
sky.
That's a long list of titles.
I'm sorry, y'all. We haven't heard them. I am so sorry. Y'all haven't heard music for 2 hours. I am so sorry.
I bid ye welcome, guests from afar. Long have I heard of your grand deeds. O fairy, who restored the lifeblood of the forest. O hero, who... huh?
I've done this exact look before, y'all. I have done this exact look before.
Navia!
Hold your foul tongue! How dare you utter Her Majesty's name!
Nice one, partner. Spectacular improvisation skills. I'd expect no less from you. All right. You can relax now. Allow
So
me
is
to
Navia's
make
outfit
some
just a crown?
introductions. This is the Traveler and her trusty companion, Paimon.
You are personal friends with Her Majesty the King? Please, forgive our grievous mistake. We had no idea.
All right. The welcome ceremony is
She should have
over.
kept the mustache. I would have
Everyone
loved
back
that.
to
That would have
your
been so
stations.
cute.
I will personally treat our guests to some royal hospitality.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty. So you didn't tell me you're doing drag now, Navia.
Oh, come on. I've already sent them off. So, anyway, how did you guys get here?
We were gonna ask you the same thing! Also, how are you already king of this nation? And where did you get a crown? Oh, wait, don't say it. You just woke up like this, right?
Sounds like you've answered your own question. But before I woke
I can't
up,
believe we've been playing
I
with
heard
music
a
all.
voice say to me,
That's how you know we're
are
really
the
having fun,
king
'cause
of
I didn't even know that we didn't have
Constellation
music.
Metropole.
You guys probably
now
did.
Go forth and save your city.
A similar thing happened to me.
Oh, yeah, sorry. You must be the fairy of the Forest of Blessings, right?
This is Nilou, a friend that we made during our time in Sumeru.
Nice to meet you, Miss Nilou. I'm Navia, the president of Spina
The
di
music for the
Rosula.
frog puzzle?
If you ever get the chance to go to Fontaine, make sure you come and visit me. I'm based in
I was like, when I
Poisson.
was doing it, I was like, this is kind of underwhelming, but okay.
Seems like you're taking this all in stride. Aren't you nervous about getting stuck here and never
Oh,
being
you guys
able
did
to
say
get
it.
back home?
Why would I be worried about that? We've faced much bigger problems than this before, and we always pull through. This should be a piece of cake. Besides,
For the
life's
when I
always full
upload
of
this VOD, I'm
surprises.
gonna call it
You gotta
Silence of the
learn
Girly
to just
Pops.
enjoy it.
That sounds like a great outlook on life. You have a very optimistic spirit.
Thanks, I'll take that. Honestly, though, it also puts me at ease to find out that you guys are the fairy and heroes that I've been hearing about in this prophecy.
About that, has anything bad happened in the Metropole? We heard about an evil dragon. Did it make...
It sure did. Apparently, for whatever reason, he went for the stars above the city recently. Literally just flew up and started snatching them. Luckily, the guards responded quickly and stopped the dragon from taking them back to his lair. Unfortunately,
No, the
though,
beat
he
was
dropped them before he
nasty.
flew off. Now they're scattered all around the Metropole. I've been out trying to retrieve them, but I only managed to get one of them before you showed up.
Shout out to PyCon
I
Solos.
didn't ask yet. What brings you to the Metropole anyway?
Oh, Paimon can explain.
Dude, welcome to Duloc, such a perfect
I see.
town.
So you want to consult the oracle of the goddess of prophecy?
Do you know how we can do that, Miss Navia?
Well, the
Navi
goddess's
mentioning they're
statue
good at
is
dealing with
indeed at the
prophecies
top
as
of the
if there's not
castle.
1 million layers of
I
trauma
can
under
take
them.
you up there.
I want to hear the music.
However, I've heard from the citizens here that the goddess hasn't given out any new revelations in a very long time.
Really? But Grandpa Almond told us that he received his prophecy from the goddess.
Is that a big Genshin YouTuber? I don't know. Hi, PyCon. Shout out to PyCon Solos.
Oh, that's probably because the prophecy about the hero of Simulanka has been around for a very long time. But recently, people realized that the goddess didn't reveal anything about what's supposed to happen after peace has been restored.
Huh. Okay.
Still, can't hurt to try your luck. And maybe you can help me get rid of the invaders while we're at it.
Invaders? So the dragon's not your only problem?
Right. The forest isn't the only place where strange things have been happening to the residents. Have you come across the gift from the goddess of prophecy yet?
You mean the protection magic that stops them from coming to harm? We saw it in action.
Yep, that's the one. Over the past little while, this magic has been triggering far more frequently. We don't know if it's simply because the Metropole has grown a lot more dangerous, or if there's a deeper reason behind it. Some residents find themselves getting stuck in a place and unable to move. Others start repeating the same thing over
Good
and
night,
over
Lanny.
again.
Sleep well.
Like they're trapped in some
Good luck
kind
with your
of loop.
project.
If we were to use clockwork toys as an analogy, could it be that the tracks have eroded or the gears have slid out of place?
That's exactly right, Nilou. That's basically what's happening. Anyway, some
That
of
would've
the
been so
monsters
cool,
outside the
CMB.
city saw this as an opportunity to launch
I
an
would have loved to
invasion.
see her in like a suit and like an
We didn't
updo.
see a single monster on our
With
way
that
here.
mustache. That would have been so cool.
That's
That would
because
have been a
I
really
already
cool
took care of
skin.
most of them over the past couple of days. Of the remaining few, we trapped some of them inside the castle and chased the rest back out of the city.
Okay, so to summarize, not only has the magic here gotten all messed up, but the dragons also knocked some of the stars out of the sky. Plus, there's a... Sounds like there's a lot more to fix here than in the Forest of Blessings.
Well, defeating the dragon and the monsters should be straightforward enough. But how do we fix the magic?
Supposedly, the goddess has had it all planned out for ages. One of her oldest prophecies says this: "Go and push the gear that connects up to the starry sky. When that time comes, I shall dance and return the tracks beneath my people's feet back to the stars in the sky."
Huh? But weren't the tracks the gift that she gave to her people in the first place? Does that mean she plans to take the gift back?
That's what the prophecy seems to be saying, yes. So, as a result, some people are against turning the gear, despite what the prophecy says, since they fear a future where they no longer enjoy the goddess's protection.
But letting this drag on isn't the answer either, is it?
No, and I think they know that. But they're just too afraid to take that final, terrifying step. They're still hoping there might be an alternative solution now. We could ignore their objections and go turn the gear ourselves. But...
Okay, well, you want to be considerate of their feelings, but we got to do this, girl.
Exactly.
Like we,
You know
got.
me well.
You're a
And
detective.
that's why you're my partner. I want to get as many people on my side as possible. At the end of the day, this is their city, and they should have the right to decide its future.
Ooh, spoken...
I am the boss of Spina di Rosula, after all. This may
Spina
be
di
my first
Rosula.
time as a king, but there are Traveler, Paimon, Miss Nilou. Would you be... With your help, I'm confident we'll be able to find the most frictionless way to resolve the problems plaguing this city.
Let's do it.
Thanks. Seriously, like we'd ever say no. We're your friends. No need to ask us so formally in the future.
Navi equals Brat equals
I'm happy to help
tolerance.
too. This is a beautiful city, and just like the Forest of Blessings, I would love to see it return to normal as soon as possible.
Ah, great. All right, everyone, follow me. I'll show you the way to the goddess statue at the top of the Metropole. And stay.
Okay, let's turn on some music. I am so sorry, y'all. That is so different. What's this? Oh, I'm a little bit busy right now. It's a game. Okay, bye, damsel. Thank you for hanging out.
A little dusty. Best give it a spring cleaning.
Not the arrows. Ooh. What are they doing in here? So Conria's been somehow Conria's connected to this area. Is this a Dainsleaf interlude?
A little dusty. Best give it a spring cleaning.
Wait, am I too high up?
Huh? What's this?
Wait. This looks like the star I found earlier. I told the guards to place it near the goddess statue. Maybe they ran into some trouble up there. Guess we'd better hurry.
Where is that man that has a build of word way to say too similar to twig? What, mother? Let me in, let me in, let me in. Girl. Leave it to me.
As a dutiful maid would.
Oh, you mean Scaramouche? Watch Wanderer be in here.
Yeah, someone needs assistance.
Oh, you tried to be funny. Where is that man that has a build of a word way too similar to twig? I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot of them.
The star on top of a mechanism. Uh-oh, more monsters incoming.
This is a very, there's a lot of cat girls and dog boys in this game. Yes, Felony. It's like Pokemon, if they were like humanoids, basically. Now I love being all caught up in the corner like this with the walls up in my camera. Let's get rid of them, as a good knight should. Now, why are hilly churls here? This is concerning. This means that this world is connected to Conria somehow.
All in a day's work.
Right.
What if I just kept going? I wonder what this all is.
Pull in! Rally!
Strike is one. Steady as stone. I'll catch up.
It's not a C6 Noel, no. Soon to be, though.
All in a day's work.
Give me the star, give me the star, give me the star, give me the star.
Feels like they really didn't want to give that to us.
How much starter glitter do I have? I don't think I have enough, but I'm hoping that I'll get enough soon by the end of the month.
Charge! Advance!
Observe. Break a leg.
Where's the other ones? Oh.
Let the world collide.
Pull in!
Observe. Leave it all to me.
Charge! Everyone on me!
Flex up and leap. Time to clean up.
Now what is this, honey? Do I have to, like, set it on fire or something? Oh, I don't have to worry about this. I kind of want to worry about it, though, because I feel like I have to set it on fire.
Ready to rumble.
I don't think I know how to use Gami. I think you climb the wall. Oh. Slay. Oh, they're helping. Okay, I got you. I was like, I have to blast them off the wall. Where's she at?
Let's get this show on the road.
And what if I said Amber would be easier to use? You would be probably right. Yay!
Another one in the bag. That sure was rough. Ooh, wonderful.
Let's go up here.
Another one, thank you.
Exactly. Oh my goodness, we made it to the top. Arlecchino was right there when you picked on me. Y'all know that I don't know who I have at this point. I have so many characters.
What happened?
Your Majesty, this conservative radical, he attacked us. He threw the star from the Astral Garden and even stole the magic thread linking the Oracle Pillars. But
Conservative
just as we were
radical?
about to arrest him, the goddess's magic activated, and now we can't move.
No! Nobody touched the celestial gear!
What's an oracle pillar?
You need to use it to pray to the goddess. I'll explain later. First, let's help these guys.
Let's help these guys. Okay. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, okay. Let's just go all the way back and see what happens. Toy figures can open the glue trap cap. Attack to spray forth super glue. Each super glue can produce up to 3 effective drops of glue. Okay. Stop the conservative radical. This is a wonderful side mission of stopping radical conservatives in Genshin Impact.
Hey, he's giving away!
Halt!
It's okay. Let him go.
But, Your Majesty!
Even if we catch up to him now, we won't be able to change his mind, much less quell the fear that many others like him are feeling. All it would do is turn him further against us.
Understood, Your Majesty. Also, this is the magic thread he was holding from the Oracle Pillars. Your Majesty, what should we...
Ah, please give that to the traveler over there. I believe they have some questions for the goddess.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Thank you. Thank you for stopping that radical conservative.
So, what do we do with this exactly?
See those oracle pillars over there? Just use the magic thread to connect them together in a specific pattern, and the goddess of prophecy will answer your prayers.
Oh, sounds easy enough. Let's give it a try.
I saw something in the distance. I don't know what that's for, but... The shape of the stars. Oh, okay. I don't know if... How do I get it to go that way? Do I have to stand? Oh, okay. I have to stand near it. Okay. Ooh, is this a star? Wait a minute. I wasn't good in art class. That doesn't look like a star. Oh, it's a Primo Gem. It's like a Primo Gem.
It worked.
Wait, that looks like one of the girls from the Hexen Circle.
To which course of fate do you seek answers, my child of Simulanka?
I want to leave. I want to leave. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. How do I defeat the dragon?
The hero from another world, supported by their companions, shall restore peace to this world.
What's up with Arianka's future? How do I resolve the crisis in the city?
Go and push the gear that connects up to the starry sky. When that time comes, I shall dance and return the tracks beneath my people's feet back to the stars in the sky.
She's like that pose.
So, Miss Navia
She must be a
was
meal
right.
girl.
The goddess of prophecy didn't tell us anything about the future.
Fair enough. Guess we'll just have to play it by ear.
Then first, we have to restore the sky back to its original state by putting the stars back in their positions. Let me do a quick count. All right. Adding in the ones we picked up on the way here, I think that's all of them. Let's go hang these stars back up in the sky.
In the
So who made this world? One of the Hexen Circle
how do we
witches?
get up there?
Oh, I got us covered. We will, of course, be taking the Aerial Express.
Oh my goodness, Honkai Star Rail.
Hey, you already took a train that runs on water. Is a flying train really that much weirder?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Don't worry about it. This train has been blessed by the goddess of prophecy.
Oh, okay, snap.
Its whole purpose is to protect the Metropole skies. It took me a lot of effort to find it, you know. I don't think anyone's used it in, like, 100 years.
100 years? Are you sure it's safe? Let's not forget that the goddess of prophecy's magic has been going haywire recently.
Well, it's not like we have any other options. Unless you want to do the honors, Paimon. Fancy flying up there on your own?
No, thank you. It's way too high up. Oh, wait, Nilou. You've got a feel for how magic works here. Can you do your thing and sense if this train is the real deal?
I can try.
I feel like Paimon's magic is more of a hovering
Yes.
magic instead of a
I
flying
can sense
magic.
traces of magic, but it's different
I don't
from
think
the kind I felt in
Paimon
the
can like
forest,
actually
so
like fly super
I
high or like
don't
stay suspended in
fine.
high air. I feel like
there's
she
only
needs like a
one way to
center of
find
gravity to
out.
propel herself
That's
up
the
from.
spirit. I'll come with you. Miss Nilou, will you be joining us?
Paimon's probably just lazy.
I think I'll stay behind. That way, if something does go wrong, you'll have someone on the ground to get you some help.
That makes sense. If the train does
For
break down,
Paimon,
you
this
can
option's
make us
a
a
scare.
giant origami crane to come bail us out. Or if a crane's too difficult, a finch could work.
Okay, Fawn, I'm headed to the gym. Enjoy the event. Okay, there's a good stopping point later in the story. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you, Josie, so much. Yeah, I
needs
don't
assistance.
imagine we'll hit the end of this today because I have been dilly-dallying, but we'll probably hit it tomorrow. I can tell there's probably like 3 chapters. We're on like close to the end of chapter 2, so. All right, Honkai Star Rail.
Choo-choo!
Oh my
Aerial
goodness.
Express moving out.
Whoa, it
Where's
really is
Himiko?
What an amazing feeling. I've never been on a flying train before.
Neither have we.
Oh. Oh my god. Wait, do I have to get over there?
That should do it. On to the next location.
Oh my goodness, this is just like Honkai Star Rail. Oh my god. They're moving too fast.
We are so high up. Don't look down. Don't look down.
Oh, hang in there, Paimon. The hard part's nearly over. After that, it's downhill all the way.
Don't say downhill.
That sounds scary.
The last thing Paimon wants to hear. We're finally done. Okay, let's get back down while this train is still working.
This is low-key a little bit scary though, because if we're going downhill, then I'd be scared that I'd roll off.
Great job! It looked like it all went smoothly.
Yeah, and it was an absolute blast, too. You gotta ride with us next time, Miss Nilou.
Huh? I'm okay. Thanks for...
Halt! What do you think you're doing?
Get out of my way!
It's the conservatives.
What's going on?
The conservatives.
Your Majesty, there!
Conservatives.
Let us through!
Stay back!
It's okay. Let them through.
Your Majesty, could we please ask you not to turn the
Mine
gear
wasn't
that
off,
connects
our
up to
sign.
the sky?
And why is that?
The
As
amount
you
of
have
hours
seen,
you've missed
the
of me
goddess's
reading
gift is
Paimon
very
down,
important
Felony,
to
you would
us.
have loved.
It keeps us from harm and protects our very lives.
Some of us, we just aren't ready to lose that protection.
I see. I understand.
Protection.
Huh? Your Majesty, do you mean...
There's no way the localizers
won't
did
turn
not
that gear.
think that this was a little
Not
bit
until
too
you're ready.
referential.
What?
I've said before that the Metropole belongs to the people, and they should have the right to decide its future. But let me ask you this. How do you plan to solve the issues we are currently facing?
Well, we'll start by rescuing the people that have gotten stuck. And then we'll find a way to figure out the true cause of this crisis.
And have you made any headway on that? The true cause, I mean.
Unfortunately not.
They need to be careful with this. They need to be careful with this. They, because American players, they need to be careful with how they're depicting conservatives here.
Hey, you little...
I'm sorry, my friend, but it's the truth.
You have friends and family that have been affected, don't you? That have gotten stuck?
Duh.
I understand your concerns. But if we let this drag on
The way
for
that
much
she was
longer,
like, so,
the situation may well
what's
get
your
worse.
plan? And then they gave the
More
plan,
and
and then she was
more
like,
people will be frozen
"Do
by
you-
the goddess's
what's the true
magic."
cause? Have you figured that part out yet? No. Oh, okay, I understand your concerns, but if we let this drag out for much longer, the situation may get worse. More and more people may be frozen by the goddess's magic.
Yes, but if we turn that gear now, all the tracks in this city will disappear.
I know this is a hard decision to make, but have you ever thought about why the goddess might have made things this way in the first place? Why do you think she might decide to take back her gift and stop revealing further prophecies about the future?
Are you saying she has abandoned us?
No, quite the opposite, in fact.
What do you mean?
The goddess dearly loves this world and all the people of Simulanka. And because she loves you so much, she wants you to be able to choose your own path. Every parent
goddess
hopes
loves
their
all
child
people
will
of
have a
Arianka.
happy and carefree life. But if they're overprotective, then all they'll manage to do is keep their child trapped. If a mother bird lets her baby ride on her wings for too long, her child will never learn how to fly. Perhaps
Good
the
morning,
goddess of
Jam.
prophecy has always known that one day she'll have to let go. Children can only become independent if they're allowed to form their own opinions, make their own decisions, and deal with the consequences
Everything's
on
good,
their
Jam.
own.
How are
Only
you?
then will they be able to continue their journey alone, even after their parents are gone.
But we've relied on the goddess's protection for so long. We don't know what it's like to go it alone. We don't know if we have what it takes.
Are you kidding me? I think you've proven yourselves more than capable of that.
What do you mean?
You made a call in a time of crisis, and you've come all this way to talk to me. Even the guards couldn't stop you. That must have taken a lot of courage.
But we only did it because we were scared.
Why you set out on the journey doesn't matter. What matters is that
Currently,
you've proven
Jem,
you can
we
choose your
are
own
we're
path.
helping to diffuse a lot of the radical
friend,
conservative
I fear our king
fears
is right.
in this toy land.
It's time for us to face our fears.
In case you were wondering what's going on.
But we...
We can't go on living like this. Living in fear. Look at what it's driven you to do. You threw away a star personally created by the goddess of prophecy herself.
They actually raided the castles.
You once revered her more than any of us.
And I think the king is right. She hasn't abandoned us. So, why don't we put our trust in her one more time?
I don't care anymore. Do what you want.
Aw, he laughed.
I'm sorry about my friend. That's just how he is. Always had a terrible temper. Please accept my apology for his impudent behavior.
Is it just me, or has he accepted the goddess's prophecy?
I think so. Not that you'll ever hear him admit it out loud. Your Majesty?
Maybe Paimon will love
Please turn the gear that
Toyland
connects
so
up
much
to the
and stay
sky.
there. She
So,
doesn't like it because you
you've
can't
made up
eat
your
anything
mind?
here.
About
She tried
giving
to
up
eat
the
something and
goddess's
she didn't
gift?
like it.
Yes, I've made up my mind. But maybe losing the gift isn't what this is about anymore. Because we've gained something too. You have given us courage.
Well said. I am proud of your decision. Now,
We did
gather
it.
around, everyone, and join me as we make the night
Hi,
sky of
Pixie.
this wonderful city turn
Pixie,
once
in
more.
case you were wondering, we did just convince the conservatives to let us save the town. So, was he born conservative because those angry brows were glued on? I think so. I mean, a lot of the characters in here are improving, so that might have been the character. Okay, Pixie. That low key is kind of pretty. Well, high key actually.
So the stars hanging in the sky.
Oh my
They're
goodness, that
music
is like
notes.
so me.
This entire Metropole is a huge music box! That's incredible!
Wait,
How
are
do you
we running
feel?
around on like one of the desks of the Hex and Circle Witches? Like
little
we're like
scared
running
and
around on her
uncertain.
papers and her like
But
music
for
box
some
and
reason,
stuff.
I feel a lot more at ease. It's as if some kind of huge weight has been lifted from my shoulders.
Figured out any next steps?
To be honest, not
Honey, I
really.
Shrunk the Kids.
But maybe I can start by having a heart-to-heart with that stubborn friend of mine.
I have an idea. If you don't know what to do, why don't you start by helping the people around you?
You mean the people who got stuck because of the goddess's magic?
I mean anyone and everyone who needs your help. By helping others, you'll eventually find your own path.
The scale is a little off.
I have experience in this.
What kind of experience, Your Majesty?
How are they even talking?
Yes.
They have the mind of a
We'll
mastermind.
need a
It's
formal
telepathy.
organization with a catchy name before we go out and start
The
helping
music
people.
notes are so
Why
pretty.
don't we call it the Spina di Rosula?
Girl.
Di Rosula.
Ooh, or even the Spina di Rosula di Simulanka. Yeah, that's catchy.
Say that 5 times fast. Spina di Rosula di Simulanka. Spina di Rosula. I can't do it. Spina di Rosula di Simulanka. 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 Spina di mio di Rosula di Simulanka. Spina di Rosula di Simulanka di mio.
Wow, big expansion for the Spina. Moving into other worlds now.
Spina di Rosula. I like it. It's a great name. Let's do as Your Majesty suggests.
Well then, how about I appoint you as the head of the Spina in Simulanka? While I'm off fighting the dragon with the other heroes, it'll be your responsibility to work with the guards and take good care of the people in the Metropole.
Jem, tell me why this is already pulled up. Like literally when we walked into the town, that's what I clocked.
What? You're planning on fighting the dragon?
I didn't have the music on either,
No,
so
Your
it felt very
Majesty, you
fitting.
must reconsider.
He's right. Your Majesty, you can't!
How are you two on the same side all of a sudden?
Perhaps Your Majesty is unaware of this. The Great Dragon suddenly broke out from the Titanium mines one day and tore the end of the world to pieces. After that, it spat out a strange fog that surrounded a whole island. No one knows what lies beyond the fog, and no one knows what has become of that poor island.
Before Your Majesty arrived, we dispatched many soldiers to fight the dragon, but none came back alive.
Yikes. Sounds worse than we thought.
Isn't that all the more reason for us to go?
Mio goes to Duloc and fights the conservative radicals.
Waiting for someone to rescue them.
Where'd the cat girl go? She was she went to like scratch on some trees or something when we landed
Nalia
off
is
the
right.
boat.
We cannot simply stand by and watch as the people of this world suffer.
Very well. Though I have not served by your side for very long, Your Majesty. 2 days is enough for me to have learned that once your mind is set, any attempts to change it are futile.
You're a pretty good judge of character.
He probably didn't mean that as a compliment.
Since you're serious about this, I won't try and stop you. There's only one way to reach the end of the world, and that's by taking the Maritime Express.
The Mio Express, I love the train.
Oh, right. So there's a line going there too?
Yes, it was originally built to serve the workers commuting to the titanium mines, but it has been abandoned since the dragon attack. I'll tell the conductor to wait for you at the platform by the side gate to the Metropole first thing tomorrow morning. You're embarking on an extremely dangerous adventure. Please be careful, Your Majesty and friends.
Oh, thank you for your concern. While I'm gone, I leave the Metropole in your capable hands.
Yes, Your Majesty!
Just call me boss from now on.
Girl, these VAs must be getting
banged.
banked.
Calls me, and it's what I'm used to.
Yeah, Genshin actually has like I call these Friday Saturday streams on the evening the watch parties because it's literally what it is. As you see, we've been watching a nearly 3-hour movie and it's still not done. Bye, Materia. Thank you for hanging out.
So, the plan for tomorrow is journey across the ocean, make it to the end of the world, and defeat a dragon. Whew, that's an adventure and a half. Do all
Genshin has some
storybooks
really
have to
interesting
work
lore,
this hard?
as well as a lot of highlights in its story. I really love some of the storytelling in it. Sorry. Ooh, girl. Those banana chips are dry. Okay. I think this is a really cute story. I mean, obviously it's like very storybook fairy tale coded, but I think the aesthetic is really cute. And like the fact that they built an entire world for this and it's just gonna go away.
At least we'll get to see some amazing scenery along the way, right?
Okay,
Besides,
comment. I'll do
we'll
that.
have each other.
We'll
It'll be a shared experience that
we'll take the
never
train.
forget.
We'll get there, get a teleport, and then we'll dilly-dally until the end of the stream.
Plus, we're pretty well equipped for a
I do want to do
classic
some polls
heroes
today because I
versus
want to see if I
dragon
can get
story.
some
We got Miss
stuff
Nilou as
for
our magic caster, and
C6 Noel.
I guess I'm the melee warrior who leads the charge.
Paimon can definitely see that. Anyway, those are tomorrow's problems. Right now, all Paimon wants is to eat a proper meal because worst case scenario, if Paimon ends up getting eaten by a dragon, she wants to do it on a full stomach. And something about...
Well, the origami animals in the forest only drink magic tonic. What do the toy people here in Constellation Metropole eat?
I think sesame oil.
Vegetable oil and sawdust, I think.
Oh, okay. Vegetable oil and sawdust. Do I have an ETA for the stream completing? Oh yeah, like 40 minutes. 30 to 40 minutes. I have like a hard cutoff at 9 my time because I have something scheduled at 9:15. I'm glad I started early. This would have been like a 2-week ordeal with our schedule if I didn't start early. Let me see if I can get this and then I'll do the time thing. From what I gather so far, it seems like the lore is super complicated. You have to be paying really close attention at all times. Yeah, basically. Felony, I'm not even kidding you. I mean, I play this live. I do story progression live like 2 days a week, and sometimes I would do like multiple days a week, depending on the story.
How are you feeling?
But it's like,
Nervous?
it took me like 6 hours.
I'm on
Not 6
to
hours,
see
like
what
6
this
months.
end of the world
I don't know why I
place
said
is.
hours. It's pretty cool though. I mean, that's kind of how I am though. I mean, you see it with my like passion for Pokemon. I really like knowing like about interesting, cute worlds and like feeling as though I have an understanding of it. It's just, it gives me a sense of satisfaction. I like it. I like being able to talk about it and stuff. So Genshin has been really cool. A lot of people really enjoy, I guess, watching me play it. Like for the first time and experiencing stuff new, because I'm the type of person that doesn't really even like, I don't look at spoilers and I really barely even look at trailers. So a lot of it's very fun for me because I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, okay. I need this Fortnite season out. Isn't the Five Nights at Freddy's season? I didn't know if that was like a meme or not, but then I started seeing screenshots.
Carriage inspection, check. Wheel and axle inspection, check. Power inspection.
Oh, we might get it soon. Okay. Oh, so it's still cars. I see. Metallica. Rocker chicks.
Good morning, Mr. Wheel.
Oh, good morning, heroes of Simulanka.
Hey, our old friend Wheel is the driver again. That already puts Paimon at ease.
No, Felony, that's
Are
for
you
real. Like, a
certain you
lot of
don't
the
want us to
Hoyoverse
accompany
games are
you,
kind
Your
of like
Majesty?
this in terms of their story. So, like, I know Wolf, for example, Wolffist, who's a regular, he watches while he's at work, and he's never played, but, like, he's literally, a lot of people here have experienced the story with me, but have never played, which is pretty cool. I kind of like that.
I am. You can leave the dragon slaying to us. My partner's a pro. She does it all the time.
What remarkable friends Her Majesty has.
Hi, Chia.
With such great heroes by your side, I'm sure you'll best the dragon with ease. We won't keep you any longer.
All right, then. Look
Oh,
after the
that's
city for
novel.
me while
You
I'm
toys
gone.
have been talking forever.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Just leave it to us.
I think we're all set. Time to depart.
Next stop, the end of the world.
Till the world ends. A remix. Chimpanzees is hating, but I take it all in stride. Put her in the jungle with bananas on the side. Told you they'd revive your career, but somebody lied. Can we go? Hey, so you said they eat sawdust and vegetable oil? How do they get the vegetables? Because the other place...
So this is what it feels like to ride a toy train.
Ooh,
I
you
love
are
the
easy to
train.
please, Navia.
I love the train.
Looks like the fog ahead is getting thicker.
It's like Inazuma. The world quest I've never done.
Attention, passengers. We've arrived at the transfer point. All change, please, all change.
So we've got to switch trains, right? Huh? What's that?
It looks like Haley Churros.
Huh?
Just find somewhere to hide, Mr. Wheel. We'll...
Strike a pose. Time to shine.
Whoa. Come on! Pull it!
Unstep. Your grand finale. I must leave no stone unturned.
This is really chill though. I literally had just binged your entire Girly Pop blog, so this is a really nice chill alternative. Yeah, the Girly Pop blog, I'm really happy because a lot of people like the Girly Pop blog and have found me through it. The girly pop block really is kind of like, we were talking about this, I think yesterday. It's kind of like an era kind of thing. It's a pretty big endeavor for me to like produce. I calling it produce, but basically it gets a lot of traffic, but a lot of the time I do a lot of variety. Obviously a lot of my content's Pokemon based because people like that, but I play all kinds of games, so I never expect like all like 300 people to stay after the girly pop block, but we'll definitely do girly pop block again. It'll probably get lively again, but we like to try out a bunch of different games. I am playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon on Wednesdays and Thursdays, but on Tuesday I'm going to try out a horror game and see how that goes. But it's a surprise on which game it is.
As a good night should.
Really glad, Felony, to hear that you're like, you haven't played Genshin, but you're enjoying the vibe, because that's kind of the point of the stream, is I want the stream to kind of be like a chat room for just gamers to be able to chill out.
Everyone. Now, let me take a look at the train.
Thank you, Felony. I will be doing more tier lists. I don't know if you watch those, but the tier lists are still coming.
The carriage is a little scratched up, but there doesn't seem to be any real damage. And the engine's still operating normally, so I think we're good to go.
Wonderful. Let's keep going then.
I played Honkai Star Rail before. I wonder, is Genshin worth it? Genshin's much different. They're both very different. I haven't played through the story of Honkai, but I like what Hoyoverse does. There are definitely games that take a lot of time to get through. They're meant to really monopolize your time, but I'm lucky in the fact that I get to have community like this, and then also it's like basically my shtick now to play these games, so. Oh, okay. Oh, fall, but make it fashion. Okay. No, that is so me. Me in the pool when I was like 10 years old, pretending I was a mermaid.
Go forth and witness this world, my... Make sure to be nice to everyone. I leave it to you.
Are you okay, Miss Nilou?
I'm fine, but I think the traveler is still unconscious.
We're lucky this guy caught us on the way down.
Passed
Oh
out
my
from a
god.
fall, did ya?
Mother, are you still here?
How fragile.
Oh, cut her some slack. The traveler's had a rough few
What
days.
is he doing
We
here?
should just let her nap for a bit.
But my leg's falling asleep. You couldn't have set her down on the grass over there, hat guy?
I
Hat
go out
guy.
of my way to save 4 people who fall out of the sky, and now you're nitpicking my choice of soft landing? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever
I'm
heard.
here and I'm scoring. Who is that? Oh no.
She's awake.
Paimon, tell me
Morning,
I'm dreaming.
Sunshine. You were having a nice little dream there, weren't you? Not gonna lie, it was kind of adorable.
For people who don't know, at the end of his story, you can do his story and you get to name him. I won't reveal why you get to name him, but we did name him Baduki. What happened?
You and your friends fell from the top of that waterfall, and you passed out along the way. Guess someone couldn't keep it together. Sorry to break it to you, but crashing into the ground doesn't take you to another world. That kind of thing only happens in those stupid light novels they sell in Inazuma.
Also, he kind of, set you down in Nilou's lap, so that's where you've been napping all this time.
Paimon!
Sorry, Nilou.
Oh, no. It's all right. I'm just glad you're okay.
You didn't hit your head, did you? Is the dizziness gone?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I feel better.
Really? What did they say?
Go forth and witness this world.
The fog you see around here can have a hallucinatory
This looks like that
effect.
Toad game.
Apparently, it's the work
Treasure
of that
Toad.
dragon. Maybe you
Wait a minute,
inhaled
is
some while you were freaking out on your way down.
this is the Toad game?
Traveler, Nilou.
Captain Toad.
Do you know this hat guy person?
Oh yeah, he's a student at the academia. We met during the last Interdarshan Championship. He was representing the Vahumana Darshan.
Well then, hello there, friend. I'm Navia,
Hat guy
president
person.
of Spina di Rosula. It's very nice to meet you. So,
Yes,
should I just call you Hat Guy as well? Seems like that's what everyone's calling you.
Yes, Hat Guy works.
Sure. Whatever.
In the event that Nilou's referring to, Baduki got named Hat Guy officially, so that's what the voice actors say.
Oh, wait, Hat Guy. What's that sword around your waist?
An unwelcome encumbrance.
Gem,
that's
we're
what.
in Captain Toad's world. Look in
I've
the
had it ever since I
background.
woke up here.
It's like all cubey
Tried
and
to
blocky.
toss it, but no matter what I do, it always reappears. Such a pain. Anyway, if any of you want the hero sword, you can have it.
Wait, it's called what?
The hero sword. Meant to be wielded by the hero. I know. Me of all people, right? The irony.
What? You're the hero of this world?
So what are we? What did I do?
Will you calm down? It's just a dumb title.
Oh, it's just that this entire time...
Well, if it means that much to you, you're welcome to claim the title. You'd be doing me a favor.
I'm good, actually. I'm here for the Primo Gems.
Point! The real question is, if you're the hero, then where the heck have you been all this time?
Looking for a way out.
Oh, wait, me too.
I heard there's a boat in this area that can bring you to another world. So I came to investigate. But look at the state of things around here. The lighthouse collapsed. The boat won't budge.
Wait, this is more like Mario Galaxy.
I say we try to find a different way out.
Huh. Paimon's guessing a voice
Are we
told
in-
you what you were supposed to
We're
do
in one of the
here.
Hexen Circle
That's what happened
witches.
with Navi
We.
and
She
Nilou,
left
at least.
the CD for Mario Galaxy 2 in the cartridge. That's where we're at right now.
You expect me to take orders from some disembodied voice?
Trying to understand the Fawn lore? Yes. So if you want to know, Mio is a multi-dimensional, multi-universal, multinational corporation, LLC, and independent small-owned boutique. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Well, yes. And there's a lot of, we're piecing it together. Right now in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, we're actually figuring out what Coco, the bad egg from Emerald, she disappeared in the Emerald Girly Pop block, but we just discovered that she's actually in Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. So, like, we're trying to figure that out.
Hey, wait, where are you going?
To find the so-called source of this world's misfortune.
Baduki also has an
dragon
avatar within this
responsible
world, so
for
it's
this
like,
whole
what's
mess.
going on?
Wait, we came here to fight the dragon as well. Why don't we go together?
Grab that dragon scale over there before you leave. It'll come in handy later.
A dragon scale? Where? How did you know about it?
Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales.
Have you ever considered keeping your questions to yourself? Because if you actually expect me to answer them all, we'll be here until the next Interdarshan Championship.
Paimon thought you might have learned some manners by now, but
When worlds
clearly
collide,
not.
worlds equal meal dimensions. Every time I see Baduki, it knocks me out. I like it. I think it's funny. I like the idea that, like, now other characters are starting to get avatars. Like, Baduki has an avatar in Tabat. Okay, so let me make sure. Okay, I have the teleport here. Okay, so let's turn in. I definitely have Ooh, 11.5, baby. I am good to go for like the next 3 months. Let's turn some stuff in. We are going to do some pools, and then we'll dilly-dally for a bit. Maybe, I don't know what we can do. Beancore? Girl, this is a camp. I feel like I gotta start taking notes on the fawn lore. You'll get it eventually. You'll get it eventually. Most of the time, I mean, we're all researchers and historians and academics here of girly popology. Eventually, you'll start to discover things as we do. Wait a second. Baduki flies with farts. Does that mean wanderer?
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for completing.
Add extra applesauce.
Ad Astra.
I don't know why these two weren't doing anything. I don't know what these girly pops were up to. Oh, nope. Okay. Silver bean core. I'm new to the lore about Neo. Where does MLO come from? If you spell Neo in all caps and replace the I with a lowercase l, it looks just like Neo, but it's actually a scam. That's where it comes from. It's like when you see a knockoff Gucci bag or whatever you call it. I don't really know about fashions and things. Ooh, let's get some primos from here too. Umbrella Warfare, I guess.
Nice and spicy.
Let's light it up. Give up.
Feeling lucky? Attack! That's the way. Right hand into the fire. You're in tow.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Watch out! Hey there! Attack! That's the way.
I've been logging in for Honkai, yeah, for my free wishes. Sometimes, there's some days that I forget, but yes, I have been trying to. Honestly, I haven't been waking up early enough for like, I know this sounds crazy, but I like to wake up early to be able to get my work done and my dailies done. Because I feel bad when I don't finish my dailies, because now it's kind of like tied to my streaming. So, I haven't been really like scheduling things appropriately, but I have been trying. I've been trying. You do that too? You put your dailies into your wind down schedule? Yeah. Thankfully, Honkai is pretty easy to do because you can do the auto battle. Yeah, the combat actually gets pretty complex. I'm still very much learning the combat. I also play in a very stubborn way. I use a character in an element that's really not considered viable by a lot of like meta players, but I mean, you can still play the game however you want, but there is a lot of intricacy. And they release new characters quite often that all have like their own gimmicks and things. So it's really fun because you end up mixing them up and creating cool combinations of things.
Stay put. Follow my strength.
I'm a free-to-play player in this game. I have had people donate to me. I don't know why y'all do that, but I appreciate it. But you can play this game pretty free-to-play. I tend to save up all the free things that I get and just sort of play around with what I've got. It's quite fun. This game is quite fun when you have like friends to enjoy it with. That's one of the main reasons I've stuck to it, because the story and everything can be a lot to get through, but it's been quite fun to do it with, you know, like an audience. I love feeling as though like I am on the in on like cool worlds like this. Beancor, please hack Hoyo versus system and make Natlink's characters. After a bit over 2 years of free-to-play, I have like 300 intertwined fates saved up and don't know where to spend them. Ooh, green! That sounds fun. Just wait until that one character shows up where it just feels right. It just feels right, you know? What is this? Ooh, okay, I see. So when does this end? Oh, I have 24 days. Okay, we're good. We're good. I was like, oh god, I hope I can finish this in time. We won't worry about that for now. Let's get some achievements. Just took a 10-minute nap after my 12-hour shift. Should I go to the gym now while I'm... Yes, do it! A 10-minute nap? I couldn't do it. How do you... That's discipline. I don't know how people can keep themselves from sleeping for that... for longer than that. Y'all want to see how much I got for being a streamer? 300? Whoa. Whoa. Is that a lot? I don't know. Oh, I'm almost 2 Noel. Not a lot, but a good amount. Yeah. Okay. Oh my god. Let's do some pulls today. Let's pull on Navia. Might as well, right? Who cares? Let's pull on Navia. Because I'm trying to get Noel. That's what I care about. Let's go. Oh, we can get more Kiraras too today? And I can get Kaveh and Ningguang? I don't have any of those. Not me choking myself. Okay. Let's do 6 first. Scab. For people who don't play this, if it's blue, that means it's just kind of like a... I won't say it's garbage, but it's none of the fun stuff. You use this kind of like fodder for upgrading. But every time you do 10 at once, you're guaranteed to get a purple, like this. Ooh, this isn't a 10 one, but I am getting a purple.
I am Ningguang.
I got
Tianjin
Ningguang.
of Qixing. You wish to trade? You be my personal bodyguard, and I will show you how to get ahead in Liyue.
Okay, so every time you get a character for the first time, they do a little like, Manny, thank you for subscribing for 2 months. Thank you. They do a little intro. I like the Geo element. That element right there, Noelle, the character that I've been playing with the gray bob, she's Geo. A lot of people say that Geo is like not good or whatever, but I like playing Geo just because I think that the Geo characters are cool. And I'm a Capricorn, so they're like earth signs. So I'm gonna complete my Geo collection soon. Noelle, Goro, Furina, and Navia would unironically eat. Full Geo team. Okay, so now it's the 10 pulls. I'm scared. What do we get? Hey, I got Kaveh.
I always think it takes people with similar tastes to
Kaveh's
sustain
a
a
gay
pleasant
boy.
conversation. Nice to meet you. I'm Kaveh, an architect.
I'm honestly
if you have
happy.
a project you'd like me to work on, then I'll need a detailed description of what you have in mind.
I'm happy because now I got all of the 4 stars. Now I just need Navia. Okay. Let's do it again. He's wind. Green is wind. Hi, Kizzy. Okay. Sleep well. Thank you for stopping by, Kizzy. I low-key want Kirara. Honestly, I low-key want Kirara. Oh, C1 Ningguang. I might have to switch her in. I might have to switch her in. Okay, let's see what else we can get. I'm so close to Noelle. I'm so close. Yes, dupes. Okay, so I'll show you what happens when you get duplicates. This is the part where they really be making money off the people who spend on this game. So look. See, I got her, right? Constellations. If you get multiple, you can use a dupe to get a level up. And it's like a general upgrade to her character. So now her normal attacks deal AoE damage. Which means it's going to deal to multiple targets now. And that's why people be spending on this game. I can also, let's see if we can go ahead and level these up to get that free pull from them. Oh, I can't for him. That's fine. Maybe for me completely ignoring this character. We can definitely ascend to her.
There's no stop.
So we got at least one blue pull. Okay, let's get back into it. Warm up. I'm ready. Y'all know how it is. I'm on like 300 pity on that. Okay, 5 more. Oh, do his trial. You're right. I'll do that. Navi is my elusive Geo character. Y'all know I've been chasing Navi for a minute. This one is Navia. Oh my god, we got Navia. Okay, you said the monthly 5 standard? I don't know if I have enough right now. I can do 1. Let's do his trial real quick.
I'll be there.
It's fine. I'm really happy to honestly have Ningguang too.
Site clear.
Oh, he's
Let the show begin.
I have to remember to use his stuff after elements have been applied.
Feast your eyes. Scanning.
He's kind of cool. He's got like good crowd control. His animations are pretty cool too. I like that. That's cool.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain.
So, from what I know, the air element characters basically will always have interaction with any other element on the field. So they generally kind of like boost their damage as long as like a character's marked with, you see like there's water above this ogre hilly troll thing.
Come at me.
He'll always, oh wait, he's Dendro. Okay, so he's Earth. Never mind. Don't listen to me. That's a completely different interaction. Me trying to explain Genshin Impact. Girl. Girl, she's grass. I thought he was Animo. I need to get it. Yes, I'm growing my facial hair out. It's my new aesthetic. I haven't grown my facial hair out in like 2 years, so this is kind of like me being experimental. I'm confusing myself. I have to ascend him. How's Siegeween? Girl, she's collecting dust. I'll dust her off eventually. Where's he at?
This'll do nicely. Thank you.
I don't want a Gandalf beard, no. I don't think I can have a Gandalf. I don't know if I can, I don't think I can do that. I think you can level up Chi-Chi for her standard wish too. Let's check that out.
1.
I haven't even, that is so embarrassing. That's how much I don't like this character that I've ignored her like that. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Oh, wow, y'all. I am so bad. Girl, this is so crazy. I saved them for this moment. to finally break the curse of being stuck in 300 plus pity for standard wishes. I'm in the standard wish samsara. Who else is not leveled? I think maybe I didn't level them up because I didn't have the materials at the time. Like, yeah, like Holy, I didn't have the materials at the time. Oh, it's so cosmic, isn't it? Oh, I gotta hurry up. It's almost 9 o'clock. Okay. Hurry up, hurry up. So many characters! Okay, the rest of these are leveled up. I know that. Okay. I have, okay, let's go. Come on. 6 wishes? Okay. Yeah. Saw me couldn't easily thought of Josie. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Hey, purple! This is the first in a long time. What are we getting? Chevreau. Okay, I'm not mad at that. Let's get one more purple so I can get that Noelle. Not you saying skip. Comment. I'm very close to pity. I think the last time we counted it was like 60 or something. We're definitely getting C6 Noelle this month. We're getting C6 Noelle this month. I can feel it. Wait a minute. There might be even more that I can get. Yeah. Come on, I need one more for Noelle. No!
You seem tired. Would you like some tea? I'll brew you some.
That's it. That's all we can do today. I need one more. Tomorrow we're getting it. Tomorrow we're getting C6 Noelle. We're getting her tomorrow. We're getting her tomorrow. We're getting her tomorrow. Okay. For the people who don't play Genshin, everything that I've just said for the past 10 minutes will probably sound like complete manic rambling. And that's because it is. That's because it is. Okay, y'all. Me and my facial hair have to go, okay? I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. As you guys know, I really needed this boost today. I really appreciate y'all dilly-dallying with me in this strange toy world. I'm in a much better mood now. Can we play the Duloc song? Yeah, we'll play the Duloc song for the outro. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for a Genshin watch party. For the people who are new, if you are interested in Pokemon, we are playing Pokemon on Wednesday and Thursday, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon at 3 o'clock p.m. EST. On Tuesday, we're playing a new horror game. It should be a one-shot horror game. We should be able to get through it in the day. And I hope to see you there. So thank you guys so much. Let's raid Damsel. Feel free to raid Damsel. Stop by and boost Damsel up. Damsel is a big contributor to our community. And Damsel's been working really hard on being a creator. She's also recently done a lot of upgrades to her stream, so go check it out. Let her know that she's doing a good job. All right, y'all. Yeah, we'll play the Duloc song. Here, let me get this started. Thank you guys so much, and let me get this going. Okay. Bye!